more.
Yeah, and that's probably what they
Jesus.
seen. That's probably
Sucks, man.
what they seen when they busted the windows out or the window.
So I didn't see any of the Bye Bye Baby stuff. Did they take the baby? Like, is the baby gone?
Babies, yes, and we're like,
Um,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, you're gonna have to fill me in because I missed. I guess I missed stuff.
Okay, all right. Let's see who else here. Let's Harley Girl, Cynthia, Kimberly. As a mom, I can't help but feel bad. Eric, hey,
That's where my head's at, teacher
Mr.
mom.
Mom,
This
hey
is gut
Raquel.
wrenching. I don't care if you like this woman or you don't like this woman. She's a shithead. I agree. She absolutely is. She's said and done
Teacher
some
Mom.
horrible things, but my heart is breaking.
Yep.
I
So what?
just my
Well,
heart hurts.
I love you too, Eric. Hey, Clancy.
Hey
Well,
Eric, love you.
hey Tara. What I was thinking was Randy. Yes, you're blocked, sweet. I can't see you. I can't see you. What I
Hey
was
sweet.
thinking
Hey
was
sweet.
Randall, you're forgetting the things that she has said about snapping the neck. You're forgetting that she's called, hey, cool gamer, called this baby every name in the book. You know, I'm
Okay, so she called. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's
no,
advocate. Don't come for me. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, okay? Because we should have one on each side of this argument, right?
okay.
Okay, so
Hey, more,
what? So she said some stupid ass
more
shit on the
girl.
internet to strangers that she doesn't know or care about, and her head hasn't been in a good space for the last 9 months. Okay, and what? Like, and we're not allowed to feel sorry for. I feel terrible for this one.
Hey,
I hope the baby is safe. I don't. I haven't seen anything at all since she had the baby. So I've missed like the last 5 videos. So
she
I might
punched
not.
her baby in the womb. Yeah, I forgot it. Yeah, I did for
She did
actually.
try to take all those I saw that, but where she did try to take all those. Yeah, she also says she's an animal killer. I know she's a horrible person. I'm not defending her.
It's
I'm not
hard.
defending her.
Okay, so I
But I
felt
cannot help but have a little, I don't know, sympathy.
I know when I was watching the last video, which is bye bye baby goodbye. Um, I couldn't help but feel like my mouth, hey, 100% do the like it quivered a little bit, and I thought, you dare cry, Randall, get it together, because don't do it.
Get it together.
She's a bitch.
Pull yourself together, lady.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You get yourself together, because Crazy Daisy, let's fix that right now.
There
Give
are
you
more videos now, and
right.
I haven't seen them yet,
There
so I want
are.
to watch them. I mean, can I watch any of them?
Yeah, well, in a minute, they're just. Let me tell you,
Okay. Yeah,
they
tell me
watched
what
the
I missed.
videos. They've
What did they
watched the
do?
videos,
Did they
and
take the baby? That's what I need to know. Did they take the
yes,
baby?
they
Actually
took the
take the
baby.
baby? And she's not getting it back.
No, you just know she's not even in the hospital anymore. The baby, he's. I don't know if the baby left with DCS today, which would have put him straight into a foster home. Hey
Wow.
Ems, hey Pug Washing, hey Susan,
Wow.
and hey Lady K. And the good news for the foster parents is tomorrow in court, she's not showing up. So if you're looking to adopt, this is going to be. I mean, but hey Ems, so putting myself, I can't really put myself in her shoes because I've never felt the way she felt throughout this pregnancy.
Mm-mm.
But knowing that she gave birth today, so you go through, you
They
give birth.
usually don't even let you out of the hospital this early. Like she didn't even
No,
have 24
like
hours.
24 hours. Yeah, usually 24 hours.
I'm surprised that they've already they curbed her already. Like my God, they
Audrey,
didn't even let her even a tiny bit heal.
well, I think she signed herself out because she wanted to smoke.
Mm,
Yeah,
that'd
I'm
be
not
right.
sure about that though. I'm sure that there'll be people calling the hospital and finding out. I'm not one of those people.
No, I'm not one of those people.
Um,
No interest in calling anybody.
but So all in one day, all in one day. And it look, it's like that commercial, but wait, there's more. Because in one day, she's had a baby. She has breastfed a baby. Hey, Lavina, she
She fell
has
in love with that baby. You could see it
cuddled.
on her face.
Yep, she
She fell
cuddled
in
it.
love with him instantly.
Yep. Then all this happened. Then they come in and they're like, "You're hey, Lanky, good to see you. Hey, Audrey, I think I
Hey,
said hi.
Linky.
Emily, I love you. Pug washing." So, hey, Veronica. So they come in there and they tell her, "You can't keep this baby. You can fight for the baby. We'll help you get some, but this is what she wanted. This is what she wanted. She wanted them to come in and say, "Hey, while you was pushing, we got you a 2-bedroom apartment, furnished it." That's what she wanted. I'm not shitting you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not funny. Now I know that, I know that you're right. She's like shocked that they didn't have a place like lined up for her. She's really shocked that that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know she is. She blames us like it's all our fault that
Yes.
she hasn't done anything to put herself
Hey,
together.
John Dallas, thank you for
Yes.
today. I don't know if you saw me. I tagged you in chat after, but thank you so much today. Thank you.
You're right. She did expect that. She was a little
Yes.
shocked that they hadn't arranged any kind of lodging for her. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, she's like, they expect me to do it all. Hey,
Mhm,
Sandra.
like every other human being in the country. Yes.
Yeah, like, how dare they? How
Right.
dare they? They
Right, I
provide
know.
your food. They provide your check in the mail. Why are they not giving you a condo? I don't know.
I don't know. Seems weird to me.
Shit just don't add up.
Yes, that's right.
2 plus 2 is equal 6.
While you were pushing. I'm sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry. While you were pushing, we found this 2-bedroom condo for you. It's beautiful. It's in a great place and it's free. Okay, great. Thanks. Sign me up.
Door number 2 is a baby daddy that you've been wanting this whole time.
Yeah.
Yes, folks. Jason Wallace is right here waiting to marry.
She named baby Jason too. Can you believe that? The nerve of her.
But then this last video, y'all, this is what got me. This is when mom went, She said, I didn't even get to, oh God. That's Randy. No. She said, I didn't even get to sign the birth certificate.
She didn't?
No.
Why not? Doesn't someone have to sign it?
No. Yes, I would think. So that tells me everything. They had no intentions of ever.
No rights at all. You're like her rights, but isn't there legally? Doesn't she have any rights at all? Maybe she doesn't have any rights. Maybe her rights are. I have no idea.
This day and age, folks, think about this. There's been so many sorry parents that has murdered their babies.
Yeah.
She even said they can pay a foster family that could pay the mother.
Well, I mean, she's dumb. Obviously, she's an idiot. Yes, she's an idiot. And she's very entitled and completely delusional when it comes to, the way the world works. She doesn't have her head together. And no, I don't think she should be raising a baby on her own. I don't see that she could possibly be capable of doing that. It's still, though, this hurts my heart to see. I mean,
I can't help it.
I can't help it. I'm a mom too, and I just can't even imagine. I fell in love with my baby boys the minute I laid eyes on them too. And if anyone would come near me to even suggest such, I'd claw their eyes out. There's just, I don't know how she's even standing upright. I don't even know. I would be in a mess on the floor. I don't know how
that kind of tells me. That kind of tells me a little bit too, like, why is she not? Because they would have had to have airlifted me out of that hospital bed.
Absolutely. Yes. They would have had to drag me outside by themselves. How do you know that, Raquel? Who counted? Who counted all her death threats?
Make a video. Maybe we need to listen to that video so we can get our minds right, because I can't get over that baby, that precious baby out of my head. I wish I'd never seen him. Jamie, I'm with you, girl. It's hard. And maybe because I am projecting myself into the situation as opposed to
you know,
I
remembering
saw
that
that
this is
podcast.
her and this is her shit, and she, she's not a good mom, and she's,
Oh,
has said all kinds of. Oh, Adonis Paul counted. Thank you. I was wondering who it
okay.
was that
There you
counted.
go. And so,
Yeah,
but here's what. So she goes. She has this hell of a day. Let's just say this has been a day, an emotional roller coaster for her.
yeah.
I'm assuming the cops took her to her car and she didn't have to walk because she got there pretty fast.
And then
And
her car's
somebody,
busted in. I
her
saw
car,
that.
tell them
Someone
who
busted in her
that.
car. Like, that's
Someone,
not cool. What the hell?
and like, just when you think it can get no worse.
Right. That's what I saw, that her car was busted in. So they took, so the baby's gone. And she said she's not going to do anything to get it back.
Yeah, she said she's not going to court tomorrow. Did the police do it, or did the cops? The cops had to bust it because
Why, Tara? How come the cops had to bust in
did,
there?
did you not hear it when the cop said, "We need you to step out of the car"? She looked at them just so.
I heard that. No.
Yeah,
She's like, no, I don't think I will.
have a good day, sir.
Have a good day.
Good
Bye
day.
now. And the cops are all, okay, well, she said no. Write that down. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then they leave. Yeah.
Like, as in the words of Fez, I said good day.
I said, good day, sir. She rolls up the window. Goodbye. Yeah. I said goodbye.
And I'd say that's exactly why she rolled the window up and they said, bam.
Oh, man. Reminds me of my toddler. I think that's how my toddler used to talk to me.
Yes.
No, I don't think I will. No. I thought about it and no.
Yeah.
And then they got her to jail and she said she peed in the corner.
Yes.
Refused to eat or drink anything until I guess they let her out. I don't even know.
Had a little tantrum. That's what we here call a tantrum.
Yes, we call that a tantrum. I guess that sent her into labor because then her water broke. And by the times that she gave, she was only in labor like a couple of hours. And boom, here comes the child.
Her ass wasn't even dilated. Thought she had the shit. Pushed, bruised the baby's face a little bit when she pushed out. That's
now he is. There he is.
Because she wouldn't even listen when they told her don't push. She wouldn't even listen to that. I'm just like,
she doesn't listen to anything. I mean, she doesn't listen to anything. That's why she's in the mess she's in. She didn't listen to anything.
Right, sweet. Did she, Lanky, her video this morning, I said this earlier when I was live. I heard her 2 times slip up, and I don't know. Well, I say slip up. Hey, Aaron, she said twice that she broke her water.
How? How can you break your own water?
I don't know, because when they broke my water, it seemed like they used, I don't know, a tire iron.
Yes, they had to use a big ass like stick longer than me to get up there. I'm like, you're trying to come out my nose? What are you doing with that?
Yeah. And then here's what they said. Relax. You relax.
Relax. Yes, sure. That was right on my list of next things I'm going to do right now is relax when you're coming at me with that crochet hook.
Yeah. Could I know I have had my epidural first? I guess not.
Talk about, we're just going to break your water. We're going to get a little breaky break.
Yeah, no,
you could reach the back of the room with the hook they used on me. So I don't know how she would have broken her own. Yeah, crochet hook. Absolutely.
First of all, let me tell you something. That sack, it's not like that would be like trying to poke a water balloon. It don't rip that easy. No, she couldn't have done it with her fingernails.
No, I don't think your fingernails would even reach up there.
No,
to your cervix and beyond.
Yeah.
You have to get in the cervix. You have to get inside your cervix. If you're not even dilated at all, you're not even going to reach it. That thing is shut.
Right. More than likely, in your 9th month, you walk around dilated to 3 for like a month. And I mean, because I remember thinking, right now, I'd be in the grocery store thinking, I'm dilated. These people don't even know it. Like, I'm a 3 right now.
Right.
3 out of 10, not bad. But anyway, even at 3
for like 2 weeks, that's not fun.
No.
And then rude.
Yeah, it is rude. Then they said, let it check, see how far along, and you're like, oh, I can tell you right now, I'm a 9. Yeah, and then they get in there and they're like, no, ma'am, you're still a 3 after seems like they're ripping you. What
Yeah.
do you mean I'm a 3? I'm a 47.
I've been in labor my whole life. I don't
Yes.
understand. I should be dilated more than a 3.
She's ready to walk out. Just move.
Man.
But
Oh, man.
yeah, I know. I don't think that she.
I'm
I
surprised
don't.
after what that baby was put through for 9 months that he's as healthy as he is. I mean, God bless him. He's a strong baby.
They literally should name him the Warrior. That should just be the ultimate
Thor.
warrior.
His name's Thor.
Thor, yes.
That's it. It's Thor. Yeah.
Somebody,
No, Thor.
if we can find out where the CPS is, we need to send him a onesie that says, "I survived 9 months of Latiti."
Right?
I'm telling you.
Right.
And I know we're laughing, whatever, but there's a part of me that just feels like crying. I just
Yeah.
can't imagine
I'm
being
really sad. I'm really heartbroken.
her right now. And then she's going to sleep in her busted window car tonight. And that sweet baby.
I pray that they get him a family that has been begging God for a baby for years,
Hey, Mr.
and that he is the answer to their prayers, and that they get to raise him and love him and protect him and care for him for the rest of his life. That's what I pray. I pray he is not bounced around from family to family with people who don't give a shit about him.
And you
That's
never
my
know. You never know. Wyatt. I like that lady, Kate. I like the name Wyatt.
I like the name Wyatt too. That's a great name.
Samara said, "Tara, we are never going to see him again."
I mean, right?
Yeah, we're all
invested now in this baby's life.
Like, we knew the night that he was getting conceived. We knew. We didn't know he was getting conceived, but we knew something was going on. Hey, Bluebird. No, I didn't watch her back then. I think I started watching right when she was finding out she was pregnant.
I refused to watch her for so long. Remember?
And I was like,
nope,
I grabbed you by your hair. I grabbed you by grabbed you by the throat. I said, "Get it, watch it."
Yep, y'all made me watch her, and so now I did. And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
And she was getting super chats today, even though somebody did super chat her $5 to say something shitty. And I was like, wow.
People are super chatting her for diapers too. I saw. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me. Which diapers are so freaking expensive. I can't believe how expensive. Oh, Jason is the father.
Oh, she's live. She's live. Do you want me to stream it?
Yes.
All right.
Y'all want to say it? Who is she? Love notes for TLC, Lisa.
She's live right now. Satan hates godly people, y'all.
What's the name of it?
Satan hates godly people, of course. Of course, that's what it's called. It's backstage, ready for you.
Oh, I have to do that. That's Randy. Golly.
I got you, girl. I got you. Tell me when you're ready.
It's in.
All right.
So I'm laughing right now because I'm like, these people are sick. Do you realize that the officers, while I was sitting there being detained because of the warrant in Arkansas, they ended up searching my car, right? So they thought they had the right to. And in actuality,
make commentary.
Because I have a medicinal marijuana card. So when they were pissed off that I was smoking weed in front of them, that's why all this happened. Because they don't want to be
what happened? Shall we rewind?
Down to. They don't want to
busted her window
right
out.
Now.
I'm rewinding.
I'm hopeful that when I search through my belongings that I'll find some of my toothbrush and hairbrushes. I mean, because that's the last thing the cop stole the last time. So I'm like, oh my God, I started cracking up even before I started smoking right now. I was like, oh my God, people are so fucking stupid. Like, first of all the glass that was shattered was sitting in the driver's seat. That wouldn't have happened if the brick had been thrown from that window, mind you. That I know because I've seen windows that have been shattered before, and that's not what happens. All of the glass goes directly into this one side. So what had happened, whatever is going on, why my life is this way, the same thing that I think that somebody chopped my dog's head off, I really don't believe that my pit bull ate my fucking poodle's head, completely just devoured it.
And
how does that even happen, right?
About piddles. poodles and pit bulls, even though she lost her baby today.
I feel like I feel like she is. Does she not understand what has just happened? Why am I more upset than she is?
Me too. Piddles. I know, y'all. I know piddles and pit bulls.
Piddles and pit bulls. That's the name of the stream.
Yeah, I'm definitely changing the name.
I'm laughing right now because I'm like, these people.
Piddles and pit bulls.
People are
the Letitty saga.
Sick. Do you realize that the officers, while I was sitting there being detained because of the warrant in Arkansas, they ended up searching my car, right? So they thought they had the right to. And in actuality, they didn't, because I have a medicinal marijuana card. So when they were pissed off that I was smoking weed in front of them, that's why all this happened. Because they don't want to be talked down to. They don't want to, be proven wrong.
No, ma'am.
So they think that in their
car.
Right. They can search your car if it doesn't matter about your marijuana card.
You were in their custody. They owned you.
Yes. No rights. Yeah. They can search your car.
Yeah, they did, Mary. Yeah.
So she's saying that the police broke the windows?
So here's what she's going to say. I think this is what's coming, because now she's saying it's a brick that broke her window. Mm-hmm. Which, let's say the brick, Letitty, because I'm sure that if there's a brick, it's going to be in the car where they threw it.
Would there be a brick nearby? I would imagine.
Yeah, and your stuff would be gone if you got robbed. So, but she's going to say they got mad because she stood her ground and they threw a brick. No.
Crazy mind that they're going to get it over on people if they just keep continually harassing people and causing this mischief, then they're going to eventually stop. They're going to stop speaking out. They're going to stop, if you steal the child, then they don't have, I already know. Like, I know that this isn't a normal circumstance. I know damn well I'm not seeking anything from you guys. I'm not. Just because I get paid by the government doesn't mean that you have to harass me as one of your own and do whatever kind of crazy shit you're doing. There's literally glass all over my seat and I tried to wipe it out. I'm telling you, in no way, if the brick even had bounced off into here and fell on the floor, that it would have had all the glass shattered in this one spot. It would have not worked that way. That's not how physics is. You don't just throw a glass and expect, all this shit's going to shatter on this side.
But here's what.
Do you know what's missing in my vehicle?
Tap it, if you can tap a window, just tap it with something. And if you hit it in the right spot, it shatters. All in one spot, I just, I've done it.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the cops know exactly where to tap it, which is probably what happened.
And they probably didn't use a brick. They probably have a little window breaker thing.
Yeah.
That breaks windows. Yeah.
Well, Gentleman Jack knows it even has a name. It's not even, she refused to exit the right. So who wants to start taking bets now? I got 10 that says she goes back to jail tonight.
For what though?
She's stupid. She's still in the same spot where she got arrested. Yeah. Weed is not legal in Illinois. So if you
even with a card?
I don't know. That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
It's called an ass.
But her card is probably good for the state it was issued in. It's probably not good for another state, right? Isn't marijuana a state regulated thing, not federally regulated? So her card is probably only good for the state in which she got it. It's probably not good other states.
That's what I will call you and raise you 20. Mary.
I can't see
the
chat.
With hormones.
Someone talks to me, let me know.
Oh, the card is expired.
Even better. So yeah,
her medical marijuana card from Arkansas is expired, and she's in Illinois.
And you're in Illinois with an expired card, and you're expecting that to count for anything? No, honey, that's not worth the paper it's printed on. You might as well rip it up and throw it away. It's not worth shit.
In her mind,
all that means is once upon a time in Arkansas, somebody said you could have marijuana. Today, that doesn't mean shit for you. Nothing.
Okay, so
aside from the fact that this was probably stolen the night that they.
What? I'm sorry.
Oh, we can talk at the same time. But they said that you can smoke it in Illinois. I mean, it is legal.
It is. Okay, but if it's expired, then what?
I'd say you're a shit creek. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
They did their warrant, right? That they illegally went through my car, mind you, when they detained me a couple of days ago. The weed is gone. The weed that I spent a couple $100s on is gone. But sitting in the fucking console, sitting in the cup holder, mind you, was my fucking grinder. My grinder here. With this, which is the bubble hash. one of the most expensive fucking things for weed. How in the fuck, if somebody was just looking for drugs, just looking for that, or was it just the officers that stole my shit, and then all of a sudden, why would you steal my charger? Why would you steal my phone charger of all absurd things? You guys are so funny. Like, I have no idea what else to do.
Mr. Carter, my hand's raised. Here, dumbass, let me tell you. The cops didn't steal your shit.
Right.
People walking by and smelling weed, smelling your whole car, which I guarantee you reeks.
Seeing your charger out there in the open with all your other shit. I'm sure they just got whatever they could. You probably find, as the days go by, you'll probably find more stuff is even missing. Who knows? They probably went through all your shit.
Yeah.
That's like everything she owns in that car, right?
Yeah, everything she owns. And she's crying over weed and not her son. Somebody make it make sense. Make it. I don't.
Yeah, she's more bothered that the weed's gone and not her child.
She's starting to get super chat. She's going to stay live now. She will stay live. Remember when she wouldn't go live because of the shitty comments? She'll stay live now. And people will still give her money. Hey, honey, go get you some more weed since they took it all. I said, betcha.
She hasn't even mentioned her child. She's more bothered by the weed.
Poor little Jason's back at the hospital. Don't know what the hell's going on with him, but somebody got $200 worth of weed and she's going to jail.
My car got broken out. Did you not see
jail and tell them that they illegally done it? Go, you can keep playing it.
See the last video that I posted about shattered glass, shattered dreams? If you don't know what the fuck is going on, do not comment on my fucking feed. And I'm telling you now, my fucking passenger side was shattered. You saw the video of all the glass sitting in the driver's seat. It wouldn't have happened like that. The shattered glass would have been majority over here in the passenger side because that was where the window was busted out.
So what does she think? They planted the glass? I don't understand. What's the problem? What is she saying? That the robber scooped up the glass and put it on her seat so that she would think it was police? Like, I don't even understand what she's bitching about. What's the problem?
I hate it when thieves try to set up cops.
I mean, I get right? Like, what? I don't even understand. What? So what? What is it? What does this mean? Who cares?
Why do I have to sit here and prove everyone wrong constantly? Why do I have to sit here and be the one to call people out on their bullshit? So no, I'm not reading your comments right now. Right now, I'm telling you the story. I got back to my car after giving birth to a baby, and then they stole it, and they think that I'm going to fight for it. Like, whatever. You guys do what you do. You're crazy. Like, whatever. The baby's dead or off. Whatever you say. I don't really care. Agreed. You guys are crazy and psychotic. And I was actually one of, like, the best moms I have ever met, honestly. I'm so just calm, and I never do anything to act out. Sure, I say a bunch of shit.
Why? Because you made breast milk. So did Ellie Mornos.
She's so calm, and she never acts out, Randy.
Never. They're shocked.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I'm so calm, and I never act out. I'm one of the best moms ever. Yeah.
Right.
But you're going to abuse me for that?
A good mom because she could breastfeed. You know who else can probably breastfeed if she ever was to get out of prison? Jodi Arias. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make her a good mom, bitch.
No. You're not even going to fight for your baby, so I guess you're done. You're done being a mom. That was it. It was a beautiful 3.5 hours. Yeah. Wow.
For my
she gets the date now.
Freedom of speech. Like, yikes, you guys are going to fucking hell. That's why I said on that Satan hates godly people, because the government is ran by a bunch of Satan's minions, and I really don't know what to say about that. I know damn well. And then I get back to my car, right? Now, if this would have been a 2-day process, and if my car would have been sitting in the heat, yes, I had this window up here, open. But all of my bottles of medicine were morphed.
I'm not on the... I can't read any of the comments. Hang on, let me get over to
even an orangutan can breastfeed.
An orangutan. Jesus.
Oh, they done took her vitamin jar. They done took her vitamins.
They squished her vitamin jar. Damn it. I hate when the police squish my vitamin jar. You know, they took it outside and stepped on it. Just to be assholes.
Get my vitamin D.
Damn police after my vitamins.
They're all distorted. They were sitting right on top. What the fuck?
Oh,
what the fuck?
They really did.
Now I understand that he can do that. I understand the son can do that. But the fact that all of the shattered glass, the majority of it was sitting in the driver's seat, that wouldn't have happened. Also, the fact that my dog's collar was intact when my dog's head was consumed by my pit bull. That was the only thing gone out of off her body was her entire head just consumed, right? I get home from therapy one day, was talking to the therapist about how the police officers had abused and harassed me, and that's what happened when I got home. No joke. Like,
so
I already know.
She's saying that the police beheaded her dog? Yeah. Is that really what she's trying to say?
The same cops that beheaded her dog and left the collar on it, I don't know, came, busted her window out, took her weed, and crushed her vitamins. They don't want her to be healthy.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't want her to be
Screw
healthy.
you and your health. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But there's something fishy.
And your little dog, too.
Going on. And like I said,
and your little dog, too.
Before, it's not my vagina. I smell something fishy, but it's not my vagina. So,
ew!
When I was looking...
Ew!
Hi, Molly.
Through here, the fact that my grater was still here, the fact that the bubble hash, which was the most expensive thing, my laptop is sitting in the fucking front seat on the floorboard. If somebody were to have broken in for any reason in order to steal that stuff, they would have stolen my fucking laptop.
Yeah, they probably would have.
So why did you steal my car chargers of all things? Are you guys okay? Like, why do you keep harassing me? Can you just leave me alone? Like, don't you already have my blood?
They probably thought they could trace the laptop.
Can they? Oh, yeah, I can trace mine. Yeah, I guess I have to find my, like, it's the same as my iPhone. Like, find my iPhone, find my laptop, find my AirPods. They're all connected. So I don't know if she has a Mac or not, but that's what mine does.
Of it throughout my years. And then the detective, the one that said he shook my hand very firmly. You would think that would be a respectable thing to do. He never called me back, right, to tell me about any of this occurrences here in their town, to say, oh, you know, yeah, there is stuff you have to go to court for. When I stood in front of the judge, I wasn't standing, I was in a wheelchair. And the judge didn't mention shit about my disorderly conduct that they tried to place on me, or the resisting arrest, or he didn't even mention anything either about endangering the baby. So I'm not sure what's going on. But then all of a sudden the detective said, well, those things are still active. And I was like, wait a second. The judge didn't say shit about it. Why would it still be active if nobody had me sign anything there at the proceeding? And now I realize, oh my God, all they're doing is fucking with me. All they are doing is fucking with me, trying to steal my reality from me, steal everything possible, and see how I manage. And I thought for sure my license was gone too, but it was just in a different area of my... I'm actually starving because I'm really sad. Like, deep down, of course, who's not going to be sad that they just had a cute little baby and then it got ripped away from them? That's very sad. So I'm extremely starving, but I'm not going to go eat because that would be the pain. I need to sit through my reality of these people being monsters. And I try so hard not to...
So she's not going to eat to teach us a lesson? That'll show me.
That'll teach me.
That'll teach me. Like, what? Why in the hell would I care if she eats or not? The baby's gone. The baby's eating. That's what I care about.
Oh, that's right. You took a break, Coco Loco, so you don't even know who Latiti is. That's right.
Oh, dear. Welcome to the circus.
We brought the clown.
Your orangutan.
I'm off to get some pound cake. Anybody want some? Yeah.
Not Letitia. She doesn't want any. She said, no, thank you.
I let my emotions get to me. But then when it all compiles in such a way, knowing you have no one, knowing you have nothing, and you thought that you could rely on the officers, and in actual reality, they're the ones that are fucking with your life. They're the ones that you trusted with your life, and all they're doing is hurting and destroying your reality, causing you more pain. I told everyone, please stop hurting me. Years ago when I was detained and put in jail for that harassing communication, please, it's enough. You guys are not doing your jobs right. You're not processing anything properly. Oh my God. And then the lady was like, trying to give me Distrust.
See how she goes in and out like that? Like that's how I know that she's like crazy Craig. Like, I mean, really, like delusional.
Yeah,
like that's not
today.
normal.
There was some points today where she was literally faking. Like when she does the, that's when you know she's faking. So she did that some today too.
Yeah, I've seen her cry like that too. Yeah. But like she goes in and out, like from sobbing to laughing, like instantly. I think that's not a good sign.
No, I think Gacy did that.
Charge information saying, well, the postpartum, it's going to hit you hard. And I just smiled and I was like, okay, yeah, thank you. No shit. Why would you force me to lose my child then? You're the dumbasses that caused it. So why would I even care? I'm not even fucked up about it. Like, it's so sad for most people. And I know that it wasn't right. I know all these things that happened in my life and with the authorities were not right. They did not file or follow through with their procedures. And that's why I'm hurt to this day, because I should be owed a lot of money for what had happened to me as a disabled citizen that has been disabled since she was a child. And I'm not trying to fucking get one over on anybody. These are just true facts that I had to realize. I had to rationalize. The only other thing they stole was my battery, like charger, and they stole like whatever was in like the console. Like, so weird. How in the fuck? And you know damn well when they were ripping my car apart that day with the officers that they did it illegally. There was no reason for them to search the vehicle. They said something about substances or whatever. No, I have a medicinal marijuana card, and I told them that. I said I have a medicinal marijuana card from Arkansas. You have no right to search my vehicle. And then they tried to tell me we don't know how it works in other states, and I was like, and they said something about, but when you smoke in your car, it's not technically blah blah blah. I said, no, that's my home. That's a technicality. Like, that is also my home. I live in Arkansas, essentially, because that's where my license is from. So you cannot tell me that it's not okay to sit in a parked car and smoke my weed, because this is my home. It says, even in the medicinal card for Arkansas, it states you have to be in your home, the confines of your home, or somewhere, whatever, safe. You're not supposed to be behind a moving vehicle, like engaging with a moving vehicle. But of course, everyone knows I smoke when I drive. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, what is?
Well, the big deal is it's against the law, period. And it says it right there in black and white, and you know it. I mean, I don't care if you think you're smarter than the average bear. It doesn't matter. It's still illegal. Like, this woman has no concept of like reality. None.
I mean, it's still, and it hasn't hit her yet, because her hormones are still going to be like, I mean, it's probably tomorrow after you have a baby. I don't care how much you love the baby, you have this emptiness of not being pregnant anymore. Or I did all 3 times.
Oh, not me, man. As soon as the baby's head was out, my first words when Jonathan was born, literally my first words, not, oh, look at how precious. Oh, is he okay? It was, thank God I'm not pregnant anymore. That was my first sentence. Yeah, I swear it was. We all laughed. Even Scott was laughing. And then I'm like, let me see him. Of course, let me see him. But my first thought was, thank God I'm not pregnant anymore. Get this thing out.
Coco Loco. Not only did she have a baby, she had a baby today.
Mm-hmm. Like hours ago. Not even, it's like daylight still, like hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 24 hours yet. Not even 12 hours. Well, maybe about 12 hours. Maybe 14, 15 hours, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So we got that. She has that going for her. So she had a baby. The state took her baby.
It away. Yeah, they took it away.
She threatened to kill it.
And we're all brokenhearted about it. She's mad about her weed. We're over here brokenhearted about her baby. And she's upset about her busted window and her weed.
Yeah. We're up here like, I think we should feel bad.
Jesus. What a disaster. What a fucking disaster.
Right. And I have to say, it's so good to see you, 50 Shades. I hope you're feeling better. Today, Willow, he said, what does she offer? I go, no, Willow, I beg to differ. She's got it all.
She offers us a lot, but what does she have to offer a baby? Not a damn thing.
Why was she not bankrupt?
Nothing but chaos and a mess.
No, she's not a victim. She loves to be a victim, though. Hey, Mixie Mac.
She thinks she's a victim. She absolutely thinks she's a victim. When did they take the baby? A couple hours ago?
Yeah. And I think that I'd say that her not going to court tomorrow, even though they told her she could do it on Zoom, has a lot to do with her not wanting to. Hey, Brenda. She's afraid to go to court because she's afraid to go back to jail.
Mm-hmm. I think she just wants to just pretend like this never happened and just go about her life and no motherly instinct at all. Let the government or the agencies involved handle the baby and
like she said, and I can date now.
Wow.
She'll be pregnant again soon.
I hope she buys some condoms. At least, my God.
She has gotten hundreds of subs just today. She wasn't at 7,000 today when I was live, and now she is at well over 7.
Wow. She taught her baby sign language? Well, or her daughter sign language. I both of my kids could sign before they could talk. Babies have the ability to use sign language before they have the ability, most times, to say actual words. So for some, when you teach your baby sign language,
Shauna,
it helps them communicate with you. And for me, I noticed that both of my kids used sign language before they could speak, and it was nice. It helped a lot because they could communicate what they needed. I highly recommend that.
We're all learning it. Yeah. Duck now, he said milk, and he also does that if he wants his passy.
Mm-hmm. And I love that. That's perfect. If you ever need any more signs, let me know. I'm fluent, as you know. I could teach you whatever you need to know.
Yes. Hey, Timothy Chan. Good to see you.
Hey, Tracy. It's good to see you, Tracy. I haven't seen you in a long time. I hope
Yes.
you're doing all right, sweetie. I messaged you a while back, but you never answered me. So check your messages, baby. All right. Do you want to keep listening to
the
this?
problem with that? There is no problem. I'm much more sane than a lot of these people with their badges and uniforms. Let's put it completely on the shelf here.
Yeah, you're wrong about that, but that's okay. You go ahead. You go ahead and think that. That's fine. You're wrong.
Because I didn't freak out even about this broken glass. I already know shit's gonna happen. I know years ago when that shit happened to me with losing my dogs and having to realize the collar was intact, there was just no head. I'm fucked up about that still to this day because I was like, oh my God, I had to witness the death of my poodle. And so yeah, I'm really not sure.
Poor Piddles. They did you dirty, Piddles.
She's pissing me off. I'm telling you, Gentleman Jack.
Right?
I stay pissed off at.
I feel very different than how I felt when I started this stream. I'll tell you that right now.
Me too.
She has a way of making you. Yeah, I should have watched this first. Because I'm thinking of it as if it were like my baby. Like me as a human, not this woman. This woman has no business having a baby. You know what I mean? Like, thank God he's out and healthy and away from her.
Agree.
And I hope it goes to the best family ever who's been praying for a baby for years. That's what I hope.
Yes. And I hope she never has another one.
Absolutely.
She did. Look, remember, she did an autopsy.
What do you mean an autopsy? There's no head. That's how it died. What are you talking about? You don't look at a headless dog and go, oh, I wonder how it died. That's how. Head was ripped from his body. Gone.
I think it was a dog they had when she was a kid. Her mom's dog or something. And her mom accused her of killing it. And she's like, no, I found it dead and done an autopsy. And they're all like, oh, okay.
An autopsy. Stop it. Who believed that shit?
Her mom told it, which I'm mad at her mom right now. So mad at her mom.
Her mom just had a grandbaby. Where is she? Like, did she even like
give a shit? No, she doesn't give a shit.
Wouldn't you think that they would have looked at her first as the first, person to take the baby, maybe? Take guardianship of it?
They
look at family first?
Yeah, the next of kin. Yes. But the mom, she didn't even go to the hospital.
Did she even I'm sorry, you're right. We're being bad about the dog. I'm sorry. She says, come on, guys, poor doggy. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I'm sorry, you're right. I'm laughing because I don't even know
not that family, right? Well, the thing is that I think we should probably be thanking God that it didn't go to her family because she is just like her mom. But
yeah, and I don't know that that's a safe place anyway.
No, I don't think it's safe.
It doesn't seem like a stable environment anyway.
In 16 years, we'd be watching him live streaming from his car. But it's the sad thing is imagine how I don't give a shit. Leticia, I don't care how mad you are at your mom. You want her when you're in labor. You want.
Right, Tracy? I don't know. I wonder what her labor. I have to go back and watch the other videos that she did. Because has she talked about like that she loves the baby? Has she said anything like that? Did she say she loved him?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you could see the love and you could see but she didn't have to Leticia, I think breastfeeding is how she would show love, changing a diaper. I don't think that she has.
Well, those are all hormone-inducing, like oxytocin, I think it is. All of that, nursing and stuff does release oxytocin. That's why you cramp a lot sometimes when you first have a baby. When you are nursing, sometimes your uterus contracts.
It contracted every time I nursed at first.
Yes, same. Yeah, same. It hurt a lot. I wasn't expecting that at all, but that's because of the hormone that's being released in your body. That's all like the love hormone. I would say God created us that way on purpose, so that moms love their babies.
Yeah. And the baby definitely is safer, but he's used to her voice. He's used to, and he's thinking, what a day. He's, wow.
His whole life just changed, literally. Ash, we're feeling the same way, girl. We're feeling the same way. Happy birthday, by the way, Ash. I heard it was your birthday yesterday or something. I'm sorry I didn't wish you happy birthday then, but I hope you had a good day. It's hitting us all kind of hard. Like, I know when I first started this stream, I'm like, I'm sad, my heart hurts. Now I'm watching her going, I want to smack you in the face.
Yeah,
how come you're not sad?
She's had a bigger fit over her stolen weed than not getting to take her baby with her.
Right. Yeah, Lace. Exactly. I've been real emotional about it. And then now I see her and she's like, bothered about her weed and her car charger. And then, throws in a couple tears for a second. Maybe is she not letting her head go there maybe?
I think so. No, I do think that. I do think that she's trying not to dwell on it. She's going to pretend to us like the baby's better off. And I wasn't that attached.
But she's not saying the baby's better off. She hasn't said that yet. We're saying that.
No, she has said that.
I thought she used fake air quotes when she said that. Like she doesn't really believe that.
You could be right. Yeah, you're right. She did. I'll take it back.
We're saying that, and it is the truth. I don't think she really believes that. She thinks her baby was stolen. That's how she sees it. I think.
Her possessions is all she has. You're right, Amma. You're right.
Well, she doesn't even have those possessions anymore. She's got those stolen from her too. But still, that's worse than the baby, apparently.
Thank God they didn't get the Friends shirt, the one where they all donated. Thank God, because
how else would we know to donate?
Well, I have just seen her wear that shirt so many times. Okay, so Shauna, when her water broke, they're like, released. You're done here.
Yeah. They sent her to the hospital. And did they even give her an epidural or anything? I think she had to do the whole thing natural.
I don't know. She never mentioned whether or not she had an epidural.
The way that she talked about it, she had about 35 seconds. She gets in there and instantly started pushing.
Yeah, I think she did.
Not adding up.
Go ahead and play.
And I'm just going to chill here and drink my water and be like, oh, fuck it. At least it was a fucking pervert's baby that got stolen from me. I have any fucking reason to try to keep holding on to a rapist baby.
Wow. You keep telling yourself that.
There was no miracle. There was no nonsense of oh, guys are going to do the right thing, especially if they're in uniform. No, they are evil. They're being ran by the devil. They get paid all this money by the government, and then all they do is harass people like me, thinking that it's okay. It's not okay. You'll get your karma eventually. I'll just pray for you people. I will. I prayed during the birth of my child because that's all I can offer him and his father's name. And I even put the suffix on there for Junior because, man, go find your dad. Go ask your dad what happened, and then come to me and ask me.
You said
seek me out because I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of it. I'll pray for these demons here. I'll pray for the officers and the authorities here in the United States. Like I said, it's like a concentration camp. If you are not offering your blood, sweat, and tears to these people, if you're not doing for them constantly, they won't do shit for you. They never filed the things that I've tried to file for years. They said that I was mentally, unstable, too unstable to file reports. What? I literally had that shit on video and you didn't file it? Whoa. Illegal. Completely illegal. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what my mental state is. That just shit just happens. So now I know I've got to run from this area, which is sad because it's oh my God, these people truly hate me. They despise me. And if they try to pull me over or whatever, they're going to talk about that warrant shit again, even though I've got papers to say, and they always get me on this shit. They always give me something. They give me one bit of information and then they give me something completely contradictory to it. And I'm just supposed to weed out what they're talking about.
Do they not give her a public defender or something to help her navigate?
If she was to show up in court, absolutely they would. But first of all, you have to read your paperwork.
She has all this stuff that she has. Right. And if she doesn't know how to read this stuff, I wouldn't know how to read this shit. You know what I mean? How do you know? Why doesn't she have a public defender?
Well, the bare minimum she could do is show up in court and get a defender. And that's going to get her out of a lot of her trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. She won't even do that. She keeps refusing to go to court, which is just going to be a failure to appear, right? And then you get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, and you just keep.
She needs to get the hell out of this state because they're going to keep looking for her as long as she's here, right? And then if she gets caught in another state, they'll extradite her back.
Well, that's what I was saying today. But she's in Illinois. Her warrant was in Arkansas.
Oh. So why did they arrest her here?
Because that's where she was, and I'd say that it's been put down. Hey, when you find her, take her in. She's threatened the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
so I wonder if they were planning on holding her the whole time until she had the baby. Because why didn't they take her back to jail after the baby?
Because they gave her a court date.
Mm.
Yeah, Brantley. We think she signed herself out. Ash, I don't think she's going to go to court, and here's why. I think she won't go. One of her main reasons is her self-esteem is so low. Oh, she said she didn't sign it. Maybe she did afterwards. She gave the baby Jason's full name. I think that her self-esteem is so low, she thinks, I'm not going to win. Why show up?
Right.
And that's
she really does seem to believe that everybody's against her for everything. Like that she'll never get a fair deal. She'll never get, she just can't fight anything.
And everything you talk about being, well, and I'll say this, you talk about being handed a shitty life. She was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And she's made some terrible choices. Yeah. She's made some terrible choices. Why are you having sex with strangers that you met on a dating app? Why are you doing that?
Right.
And expecting that to be the love of your life and to work out. What are you doing?
And can't figure out why he don't want to be in a relationship.
Right.
He don't know you.
And you harass him for a year while you're pregnant with who you're saying is his baby, even though you don't know. And then the baby's born and you give him his name. What is that? What's going to happen one day when he decides to get a DNA test and realize that baby's not even his?
And further, I think she put. I'm going to go look at her Instagram right quick.
She said she even put Junior down.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she just said that she even put Junior down, gave him the full name with Junior and everything, and with the go find your dad. Like one day you'll come of age. I hope he never knows this story. I hope he never knows this story. I hope he never knows that he's this is his mom on the internet being crazy.
Golly, what is her Instagram? It usually pops up for me.
I don't know. I've never looked at her Instagram. He has signed up for a test, has he? So he knows.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that the baby was born and everything. I'm surprised he didn't want to have rights to the baby. The birth certificate has not been signed, according to her. Yeah, right. She did.
It has now.
Okay. So earlier when she said
child's name.
What? Pull it up. What does it say?
Yep. She named the baby Jason Lee Wallace Jr.
Wow. He has an attorney. They're saying he has an attorney.
Time of birth was 3:24 a.m.
Wow.
Where she had him. She does have her name on the birth certificate now. Thankfully, she blacked out her social security number.
What if it's not his baby? I don't know. She's not willing to entertain that. She's obviously not willing to entertain that. So he knows about this baby now. I'm assuming he's going to try to get a DNA test. And if it is his baby, is he going to try for custody?
I don't know.
But she's going to freak out if that happens because that's all she ever wanted. And she'll never leave him alone if he's got her baby. He'll never be alone. He'll never be safe. I think that earlier she said she didn't sign it, but then eventually after that, she did. The PD had a 500-mile limit on her warrant. She was 7 miles short of the 500-mile limit, so Arkansas decided not to pick her up. Oh. Can the state just take a baby from a mother for good? I thought that was hard to do. I thought so too. I thought you had to go through, but if they go to court and all that and she doesn't even show up, then it gets a lot easier real quick.
Ugh.
Oh, DNA tests are coming. He does want a DNA test. If he ends up being the dad and she finds out,
he's gonna have to get a restraining order.
I don't even think he's gonna have to move, change his name, hide. I mean, he's going to be on the run from her for the rest of his life. Especially if he gets the baby. Because if that's his baby, then he's got rights, right?
You're right, where you're coming. Oh, yeah.
So he can get custody. He can take custody of the baby.
I think he'll... Okay, I'm checking now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated. Thank you.
Wow.
I don't even know what... Listen, she only has suspects for the dad, and she named him Jason Lee Wallace Jr.
On purpose. Because she wants Jason to acknowledge.
Her last spiteful move. I'm just letting you know I ain't going away, motherfucker.
Oh my God. He tried to get her to do the non-evasive paternity test. She refused, so he put himself on a registry. He'll get a DNA soon.
Hey, LCUB.
Wow. I wonder if he's gonna... Who does he keep in touch with? Owl? Like, I mean, we got it. How are we gonna find out? Now we're all invested. How are we gonna find out?
Well, we will, because I don't know if he... I think Al may speak to him, but I know that he even went in Adonis Paul's chat.
Okay, so someone will know.
I'm gonna go get something to drink, and he may go into Al's chat. I'll be right back.
I thought that he did talk to Owl, like if they, I don't know, do text messages or something. I don't even know. Jason is a good-looking guy with a good job. That's why she wants it to be him. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Well, and the fact that he, in her eyes, did her really dirty, I think is another reason why she really is pushing it, to be him. Like, she wants to be able to say, I told you so, I told you so, CPS always wants reunification. Yeah, Tracy, you're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, Mac, good to see you. I don't know the rules on that. Is it possible if he needs to be found to be the biological parent so he can sign adoption papers? I don't know. Or is he going to get custody? Like, is he trying for custody? Does he want custody of this baby? I don't know her Instagram. When Randy comes back, we can ask. Crime Story Junkie, that's a good question. I have no idea. Are any of the other guys taking paternity tests? Or just Jason? Does anyone know?
I can't remember the name of the other one, but he was willing to even step up. I can't remember his name. Somebody said his name today.
Oh, Heather's saying he wants custody. He apparently can't say much just yet. Oh, I believe that, Uber. Yeah. I believe that, because if she finds out that he's involved at all, I can't imagine how she's going to react. She is going to lose her mind. He could probably pick him up from the hospital. Wow. She would lose her. Can you imagine? She'll lose her mind if he ends up getting custody of that baby.
And even though she says that's what she wants, that's not what she wants. She wanted them to raise the baby together.
Yeah, she wants him to take care of her. She doesn't care about the baby. She wants him to take care of her, so she doesn't have to live in a car.
Oh, gosh.
He will get him if it's his. He wants it after he's deemed fit. He hasn't said, but he will get him if it's his, and he wants it after he's deemed fit. She will go nuts if he ends up with that baby. Look at what she's already done to her guy who's got her daughter.
Yeah.
How she stalked his place and, showed up there and shit. Like, she's crazy.
And Lord help if he ever gets a girlfriend.
Absolutely.
Mine is blown at what I'm hearing and reading. Coco Loco, it's been a roller coaster. I mean,
Or
like, she moved in with her mom for a while. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. If he is the dad, he could sign away his rights, I suppose, and, you know, let the baby be adopted by a family or something.
Could this be entrapment? I don't think so, Courtney. And the reason I say that is because he paid for this.
What do you mean? He paid for what?
He gave her $50.
And what was that $50 supposed to do? Wasn't she supposed to go buy a plan B with that? And she never did.
Yeah. Or get gas. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe her mom never went to the hospital. She didn't. I don't know, Mac 11. Her mom leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And how are you, Mac?
Yeah, it's always good
what
to
happens
see.
If
why on earth would any decent man have a relationship with someone who lives in a car? I can't remember. For sex, girl. For sex. Yeah. You get to have a great night of sex. Hopefully she's nice and crazy and great in the sack, and then you send her on her way. You didn't know she was going to be a stalker who ended up pregnant. Duh. Yeah. It's almost as if you don't know how babies are made, you weirdo. Duh. I don't understand. Have you never heard of a condom? I don't get it. I don't understand in this day and age.
Well, you know, they both talked about in the text messages how they didn't like condoms, both of them. And she's like, you know, the plan B works for me. And then she didn't take the plan B.
And then she didn't do it. Well, you're stupid. You should have put a condom on anyway. I don't care if you don't like condoms. Too bad.
Absolutely. He is not.
First of all, what about safe sex? Like, she's a stranger. She's essentially a stranger. He could have caught every disease under the sun. You don't know what her health is like. She's a stranger on the internet. Like, if this doesn't, I don't understand. Don't sleep with people you don't know, for fuck's sake. Please don't.
I can't believe people are still meeting up like this. They meet on the internet. He puts her in a, what is it called? I started to say Bed Bath & Beyond. It's
an Airbnb or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's an Airbnb. Yeah. She could have been a murderer. He could have been a murderer.
Right. You don't know these people. It's a stranger that you met on the internet. That's it. It's a stranger. You don't even know this person.
Well, Mac, when she don't show up in court, they'll get her for abandonment.
I mean, what does get her for abandonment look like? Is it just you lose your rights?
Yes. Yep.
Damn. He said, I'll buy condoms, and she said, I don't use them. He is an idiot. He is, Tracy. He is an idiot.
Moon Bear said she used the $50 for a steak at a nice restaurant. She has said 100 things that she used the $50 for, Heather.
I hope it was worth it.
Moon Bear, she's just out there giving. She popped her bag with her fingernail. She used that $50 for a steak, and I just had the baby. I had the baby.
Absolutely, Pammy B. There are other things to catch other than pregnancy, right? Pregnancy could be the least of your worries if you are sleeping with strangers.
Yes,
goodness sake.
The very least. Mac, that's what they used against her to take her baby, was those videos.
I bet he's married or in a long-term relationship. I don't know.
He could be. Because why couldn't she go to his house? Which, thank God, you know.
Teach your sons not what to do. Oh, I did. I've had long conversations. Well, both my sons are they're with their lifelong partners, so thankfully I don't have to think about that. But yeah, I had long conversations with both of my boys about, look, there are 100 ways to have an orgasm. You don't need to get someone pregnant to do that. You can do all kinds of other things that won't get people pregnant. Don't be stupid.
I'm sure I didn't put it in those terms, but
I did. Sorry.
I did. I already feel sorry for the girl that hooks my son because I'm crazy. And
you're not crazy. No, you're not.
About him, when he had a girlfriend, and I knew her social security number by the end. I'm just kidding. I didn't.
Well,
but I knew a lot about it.
I'm close to both of my boys' partners. I'm close to both of them. I think of both of them as daughters. It's the next best thing to having my own daughter. I love it because they're already grown up. I don't have to take care of them, but I can love them like they're my own daughters, and I do. I do. I'm really close to both of them, and I'm thank God for each of them because I think they're amazing women for my sons. They're great partners for them. But yeah, like just there's so many things you can do to avoid an unwanted pregnancy. Like there's just no excuse anymore.
And the behavior that I'm seeing out of her and Jason, it's not that of adults.
No.
In their mid-30s.
You can't need sex that bad that you're willing to go sleep with a stranger. Stop it. You're gonna get
We
killed.
don't now, Pink Lady.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Y'all are they are acting like, you know, they're in high school when, you know, you might do something crazy and you don't think about the consequences.
Mac 11. I did. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a bad mom for that, but I didn't want to be a grandma before my time, and I didn't want either of them to, you know, that's lifelong implications there. I'm not saying your life is over. Lots of people have babies young. I mean, this was years ago when they were teenagers. Now, you know,
yeah,
be
I understand. And I may show my son Latiti. First of all,
there's no reason to have sex with crazy. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
No, don't. You have a good job. You have a nice house. She's gonna try to hook you. Don't do it.
That's right. Don't do it. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. My son's new wife has put distance between us. It's killing me. Oh, Brenda, that was my biggest fear ever. That was my biggest fear because I always heard that, you know, daughters, when they get married, they gain a family, but when sons get married, they lose a family. And they go to, you know, they go to the daughter's family or the bride's family or whatever. And I'm so close to both of my boys that I just absolutely refuse to let that happen. So I made fast friends with the ladies, and luckily they both chose really well. So they have good women in their lives, thank God.
But I can see where that's a thing, and I think it's who they live closer to, because we've always had Timothy in our life, and I think of him as a son. And
yeah,
he lives closer to us, and he sees me a lot more than he sees his
own
mom,
parents.
who was a wonderful.
That was my biggest fear. That was my biggest fear.
Mm-hmm. But she doesn't live that far, and he's. Oh, I cry every night. Oh, Brenda, that makes me want to slap her face.
Brenda, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there anything you can do to even fake it that you love this bride? Because just it might be worth it even to get your son back. I hate that. I'm so sorry. And I obviously have no advice to offer you because I don't know the situation at all, but I hope that it gets better soon, honey. That's heartbreaking. Yes. There was my son and I didn't speak for a minute, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful. I thought I for a minute I thought I wouldn't ever get him back, and then I did, and I thank God every day.
I remember that.
Yeah, remember? I told you about it.
Yeah. Wendy's not like me. When Mom wants to, oh, hey, Kathy's here.
What?
Aunt Kathy. Kathy, you don't know this, but we're going to be best friends.
Oh.
That's a Drosdia's aunt.
Shut up. It is?
Yes.
When your son gets married, make sure you get a house key so the wife can't lock you out. Well, he's in Norway, so I can't get to him anyway. They're pretty safe. They're safe from me in Norway. And Kathy,
can we be phone friends? Listen, hear me out. Listen, I'm a little crazy, but I won't stalk you. I want to hear stories about your life, and they don't have to be about a Drosdia, okay? I promise. I will not call you all times of the night. I just want to be your friend. I could just sit and listen to you talk all the time. And I'm going to
slide into your DMs, Aunt Kathy. Run, girl, run.
Where can I email you or get in touch with you? It's kind of like, it's like being a celebrity here.
Listen, you're not allowed to stalk new people, okay? You're not allowed to do this.
I know, but it's Aunt Kathy. Drosdia has said awful things about her.
Oh Lord, she said call anytime. That's it.
I don't have your number. Tell me how to get it. Get in touch with me. I promise
Take
you're
a
gonna
link,
love
Aunt
me.
Kathy. Jump up here, Kathy. Come talk to us.
Hey, do you want to come? I hate Adrosdia. This is what Aunt Kathy said yesterday in her video. She said, "Bless your heart, you can't help that you're ugly. I know you're ugly. You can't help it."
That is mean. That's terrible.
She said you look like a bug.
Oh my God, that's awful. That is awful. Hi Willow, how are you? Don't mind Randy.
Hello.
She's fangirling at the moment.
I'm sorry. I'm reeling it in, y'all. I'm trying to reel myself.
This is how I was the first time I talked to you, Randy. Can you believe that? I was I can't believe I'm talking to Randy. Oh my God.
I can't believe anybody would ever feel that way about me.
Same.
But I commented on Aunt
funny,
Kathy's video yesterday. Can I stay? Oh, heck yeah. We ain't on camera because I look like somebody's butthole right now.
Not my butthole, for the record. She doesn't look like mine, but somebody.
No, my own probably. I just look awful. But
Randy's making new friends again. I know. Crazy Daisy, we have rules. We have rules established for this purpose.
Y'all gonna love Aunt Kathy.
And she's already breaking the rules right in front of all of us, and we're all helpless.
Here's what's going to happen. When y'all are going to meet Aunt Kathy, then you're going to hear Adrosdia talk bad about her, and then you're going to want to go find Adrosdia and punch her in the face. So I commented on Aunt Kathy's video yesterday, and she commented back, and I was in the bed, and I said, and I said, OMG, I didn't know you know who I was. I can't believe it.
For a minute, I thought OJ was here. Right, Mistral? For a minute, I thought OJ was here. That is exactly how she will talk to OJ, too.
Coco Loco, I would love to be this is Aunt Kathy's channel, y'all. Hot Coco Loco, I would love to get to know you. I just feel like I thought you wanted to be secretive. Like you didn't want me to know who you were. And I understand that completely.
Friend, which is okay. Yeah. It's totally fine. We respect boundaries around here.
Her link is right there. That's her. Yeah, I do respect boundaries, and I understand if you don't want me to know. Oh yeah, she doesn't have to turn her camera on at all. I'll drop the StreamYard link again. But Adrosdia has been. Have you been watching her?
I can't watch her. Here's why. Because she whines. She's a whining person. I'm not interested in her constant whining. And she talks about people I don't know, so I can't even join her in the whine. Like I don't even know what to say.
I know them now. I tell you what, Aunt Kathy, I'm so invested in y'all's life that I bought her book.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't. Jesus. What the hell? Is it good?
No.
No, it's not good.
No, remember, it's like a pamphlet.
Oh, Lord, I can't. She constantly whines, and then she does this thing where she's like, and if you don't give me any money so I can buy my weed, another one who needs her weed to survive life. If you don't give me money, then I'm just going to hurt myself, and then you'll be happy. Like, shut up.
Hi, Jackson.
Shut up. Sorry, Aunt Kathy.
The book is on YouTube.
I don't mean to
I bought it for nothing. The book is on YouTube. Are you kidding me?
That's what you get, Randy. That's what you get for making bad choices. I can't with you.
Okay, Coco Loco, deal. I do make bad choices. And
thank you, Sin.
But with Adrosdia, I literally yell at my phone. Because the other day she said she had COVID, which I know she didn't. And here's why. I had COVID. And that I felt so sick. I felt so sorry for myself. And I didn't feel like doing anything. So the book on audio was 84 seconds long.
Is that true? That's 84 seconds too long.
I don't think it's on audio because it's spelled so wrong. I don't think anyone could read it like that. But so she gets on and she's like, I have COVID. And then one day she got on there and thought she was cute. She said, my back skin hurts. Like really a lot. I was like, are you trying to be cute?
Yeah, there's no cute in that. She just drives me crazy. She's just a consummate, just always the victim. Everybody's done her so dirty.
Aunt Kathy went to Bubba's grave, and
I don't know who that is. Who's Bubba?
that's her brother that was handicapped. And so Adrasdia said, I would rather suck a dick.
Nice. Lovely. Classy lady. Classy gal.
Going la 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 la, gross, gross, gross. And then
jeez.
Mary's having gallbladder issues, Randy. She has the signs. She's so stupid. And she diagnosed herself with being allergic to I started to say dairy, but it's not dairy. Thank you, Sentiments.
Thank you, Sentiments. Appreciate that. Yes, her weed makes her feel better, of course. All right.
Is this you?
We're done. I think that's me. Yeah, I made it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here's our new best friend.
Lord, I'm going to take something. There's too many things to punch in.
You did great, though. You made it up here.
I got to find my headphones now.
You sound great. You don't even need headphones if you can't find them. You sound good. Yeah. Yeah, you sound real good. No echo, nothing. Like a professional.
Perfect. Well, no, I'm not that at all. I'm just I'm just somebody who wants to destroy my little niece.
Oh, she cut out.
Oh, she did. I thought it was my internet. Okay.
Oh. Okay. You're just someone who wants to what, Kat? Can you say that again?
Just destroy my niece. You know, that sweet little thing.
Nice.
That sweet little thing. Looks like a hug. Bless her heart.
So you want to destroy her. So for those of us who don't know, the backstory, what is the situation with you and Andrazia?
Oh, Jesus, man. We'd be talking for about a week now, so let's get ready. Okay, let me tell you what it is. This is terrible. It's a long story, you know. She was born, and it started. So that's why.
I see. We're starting from day one. Okay. All right.
It actually started when she learned to cry and kick her feet.
Oh. So she's always been kind of a
She's always been a brat. She's a brat.
She's a brat.
She's a spoiled, monstrous brat, and it's my fault. Yeah, see, when my sister had 3 babies, she had her children. You know, when anything would come up with the brother.
Let me fill the chat in. So Aunt Kathy's sister is Adrasdia's mother.
Ah, okay. And is her mother still alive?
No, she passed away in February of this year.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so recent.
Right. And here's a fun fact. She needed some organs, and Adrasdia said no.
Well, see, she didn't really, and she didn't need, well, she could have, if it had been caught in time.
She said no to her own mother?
Oh, yeah. No, she tried to blackmail her.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Well, that's what.
Like, you can have a kidney if you give me this, and this?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, I will. But she did. But it was so funny because her mom didn't need a kidney. She didn't need one.
Mm.
It was, nobody asked Mary for any organs. It was my sister's liver, and it was too late by the time it was found.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry.
So Mary, it was never an option of a transplant or anything.
Okay, so like Mary is Andrazia, right? That's the same person.
Yes. That is.
Why does she call herself Andrazia or whatever her name is?
Probably because I can't say it.
Right, I can barely say it. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry if I am.
Andrazia.
Andrazia.
To me.
Why does she call herself that?
Well, let's see. She's been on the internet a lot longer than most people even know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she had another name to that. She added that. That was what she used, but she had Rose behind it, Adrasdia Rose, and she. I don't really know how she got it, but she got that name probably when she was 13 years old.
Oh, okay.
She's had it. She's kind of. It's a name that nobody really knew about.
Yeah.
Until I had to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But my mother actually stumbled upon her first YouTube channel where she was singing on it. all the time.
Mm. And what was your reaction when you first saw her on YouTube? Were you shocked?
Singing when she very first and a long time ago, I was like, "Good Lord, Mama, you got to get her off of there. She's gonna kill people." Shocked.
Yeah.
I was horrified.
Yeah.
Have you heard her sing?
And I have not heard her sing.
Well,
No.
listen, she's
Yes,
improved.
you have. I played it on our live. Remember, somebody paid her money and she sang the song and they took the money back.
She's improved. Y'all don't know. She has actually improved. She always used to sing like in an opera style.
Oh my.
Yeah, we used to have family gatherings just to laugh. And my son would be like, "Mom, I'm leaving if you're going to play her one more time."
Oh my gosh. So you would have family gatherings where you all got her channel up and watched her?
Yeah, you got to know where your enemy is at all times. You know,
so what is her problem with you? Why does she not like you?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you. But
all right.
As you can tell, I say what I think. Because I tell her no. And I've always told her no. You can't do that. I don't play around. You know, you don't go off with me and act a fool. And you're not going to go off with me smelling. And you're not going off with me with the tangle in your hair. I'm going to get a hairbrush and hold of it. And I'm going to hold you down and I'm going to get it out.
With a candle in your hair?
No, a tangle. You know, like knots, like a little.
Oh, a tangle. A tangle.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
It's me.
No, it's okay. You're doing great.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm not going to flame her up with a candle. I'm going to get her with a hairbrush.
I get it. I get it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't like that you tell her what to do.
She hates it. And see, my mom was always putting me in the front line. Right. She couldn't stand it. You know, it wasn't that I was hard on her, but she would always go off with myself and my family. And I had a lot of children that she told y'all about yesterday. You know, I'm just an old Flossie Belle. You know, I'm just out there giving it up to everybody. So
is that what she says?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's what she says about you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a busy old woman. But Lord, you didn't hear yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday I was back in the horn business, and
I don't watch her. Obviously, I need to watch her more often because I don't. I
know the adventures of me. You need to be watching her.
I do clearly.
Yes, Adonis Paul.
I do watch him sometimes. Yes,
now, see, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth now. I've only recently. I've only told one other person in this entire world, other than my sister, 2 sisters, about her and my time on the internet. Because I don't want them to hear all that. I mean, I got to break them in first. But I can't let them just go in there and hear all that. My neighbors would be taking me places for show and tell if they heard everything she said about me.
Yes.
I would be a show and tell exhibit.
Well, you probably live in a small town like I do.
It's pretty small, you know, and I, I was always real. We're just private people, but she just dragged me through the mud. My mother, and I don't worry about hiding nothing no more. You know, there's no point.
And for the people that don't know, Aunt Kathy's mother was Adrozdia's grandmother, obviously, and Adrozdia stayed with her most of the time.
Right. And she... And she called her Meemaw. And I want y'all to know something. She was the only grandchild my mother had that could not say grandma. This idiot would run around yelling, "Hee-haw!" And I'd be like dying. I'd tell my mother, "Mom, she looks like a little jackass." And help her. Tell her to call you grandma. Anything but hee-haw.
Yep, she calls her Meemaw in the book. Don't worry.
I'm not making it up. She really is a piece of work. And I mean, I could bring you. I could line up about 20 of my little kids around here, and I mean, tell you what they called what they used to call my mother, and I promise you, it's not healing. Because when she get to crying and wanting something, it come out sounding like a donkey.
And so Aunt Kathy, it was yesterday. Aunt Kathy had a mean day where she just went
Yes,
at the dog, and I was
I couldn't take it.
She called it her mean day. There's also a channel called Drozdia Revived for the people that don't know and want to go see old videos of hers. And I may or may not lay in bed at night and watch this show. Yeah. I get so mad though that I have to take Drozdia breaks because I can't find her singing Hot Potato. Like she didn't have any of it right.
But well, she'll delete. It's about time for her to purge.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess there's thousands of videos out there that the poop story.
She's got 1,000 on me alone.
Damn.
There is. There's probably 3,000-4,000.
She stays crazy. She'll take Drozdia doesn't have a baby. And look,
the good Lord.
Yeah. But she was involved, and you may not, I know that. So for the people that don't know, Drozdia had a boyfriend that murdered his girlfriend.
Like for real or for
for real.
Make believe?
Yeah,
for real. So for real. All right.
And Drozdia bought the shovel to help bury the girl.
On her birthday.
On her birthday.
Yes.
She didn't get bury the body, or?
Yes, they couldn't bury the two dumbasses together. Didn't think about buying the shovel before they killed the woman. Yes, people.
What? How is she not in jail?
Well, I got a court document I could share with you that'll explain that beautifully. Yeah, because she let's see, it came down to really they wanted him. His name was Kenneth McBride.
Yes.
And they didn't want to lose him. They wanted him to get the death penalty.
Yes. And is he in jail now?
He is in prison for life.
Okay. Good.
And she was supposed to be the state witness. Well, she was scared that she was going to end up in prison too. So,
well, yeah.
My mom had hired this lawyer to consult. It was a consult, to keep Mary from going to jail. And the best advice was for her to get in there and act like she was damn crazy, which wasn't a far-fetched idea because she wasn't that far away from it to begin with. So she gets in there and they declared that she could not testify. And they were afraid that if they charged her with accessory, then she would blow the whole thing for the other guy, the one that really wanted to get off the street. Because see, she was still young. She still has a lot more crimes to commit.
So
they'll catch her later.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully nobody else dies, though. I mean, my goodness.
Who's being announced?
I don't know. She's making me a little nervous.
I mean, so she knew that this person was going to be killed, and she helped kill her.
She have you watched a lot of her?
I have not. I'm so sorry to be asking questions that probably
no, I don't
shouldn't be asked. Okay.
I'm trying to. I'll answer them, and I'll try to get it short and
okay. Yeah, Randy's been trying to get me to watch, but I have been resisting that rabbit hole.
Listen, it's not a rabbit hole. That's a big dive into the ditches of hell.
Okay. Yes. So I've been avoiding that ditch to hell. I've been avoiding it.
And you better be strong because she'll eat you alive. You better, when you start watching, she's going to attack you.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't want to be. No, I don't want to be part of that.
See, I'm the opposite.
I don't want to be part of people that are getting shovels. Randy, I mean, come on, stop it. The woman. She bought a shovel, Randy. Like
She
she.
can be scary, but if you just got to suck it up. You just got to suck it up and just take it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too scared of her. I don't think she
No,
can
she
find
won't.
me, to be
No,
fair. But
she wouldn't be able to find me, and I
I'm not
promise
giving her
you.
my information or my name or anything, so I don't know that
Well,
she
see,
would.
she knows where I live.
I know. Are you afraid that she's going to try to hurt you?
Well, I probably would be. That's why I started keeping an eye on her to begin with. Well, if she got near me, I can guarantee you she would try.
Yes, I mean that I honestly am
It's
scared
it.
for you. Like it
Well,
obviously seems like
I do got a
she.
lot of security, but I don't know
Yeah.
in the house. My house.
How far away is she from you? Don't
But
give your information out. Is
it's.
she far away from
I
you or
promise you,
close?
She's done pinpointed it on the Google Maps for people.
Really?
She's
Wow.
in California, and I'm in
Shit.
the state of Georgia.
Shit! I didn't know she was in California.
Just remember, you're in
Yes,
Nebraska, Wendy.
that's
Say you're in
Thank God
Nebraska.
I'm in Nebraska. Oh shit!
that's a
Where in
story all in
California?
itself, ladies.
Where is she in California?
L.A.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. She
She's
did.
in
She
LA.
lived on Skid Row for a while.
Yes, she was there.
Wow.
She liked it there.
She was happy to be homeless, especially when she was living in her truck.
She's excited about it. She's been planning this homeless trip since she was like 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Randy,
Kinda sad.
this
Huh?
is why our channels are not viral, because we don't do shit like this. Clearly, we're too normal for YouTube. We're too normal.
See, I'm not supposed to be a channel at all.
But why did you come on? Did you? That's
Well,
right, Persephone. I'm really in Nebraska.
But the reason why I came on YouTube, I'll do it quick for you, but
No, take your time. Go ahead.
She, I kept an eye on her, and for years, the only subject of her hatred was me, and I was okay with that because I don't care.
Right.
But and then my daughter passed away in 2017.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It was like a year and a few months after my mom.
Oh, honey, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's but when Adrastia found out through, like, I don't know how she found out. Well, I do know. She found out about my daughter, and it was like she started just making these videos with these wild stories. Well, I went on there and I asked her, I commented to her, please stop. Stick to me. You can talk about me all you want. Have fun with it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You can have me riding naked through the town. I don't care.
Right.
Just leave my family, leave my children, leave them alone.
Yes.
So, but she couldn't do that. And she just kept on. Then she wrote that book, that precious book, which I bought too, by the way.
Shame on both of you then. That's terrible. Randy, you're going to have to send me a copy of that book, please. I'm going to have to read that tonight.
I'll be happy to help you with that too.
Yeah, somebody send that to me so I can just read. Apparently, I need to be involved now. Apparently, I need to catch up.
Listen, just don't believe a word of it. It's all lies. And
okay, that's fine.
I mean,
should be a good read.
Let me help you out a little bit. Okay, when she's talking in her book about her oldest sister, listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is funny because she says her older sister, who had a baby, I think she was 16, 17. That part's true. She did have a baby young. Okay. Lord, I did too, but not the way Mary tells it. Okay. So she said her sister was running from the police through the woods, through the valleys, up the ditches. Her water broke while the cops were chasing her. And they made her have that baby strapped down to a gurney.
Really?
16. Well, no, that didn't happen. That's just her version.
Oh.
Can you imagine the police chasing
it sounds like Letitia all over again.
Yeah, a pregnant girl running through the woods, swinging off a tree.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening. No,
and her water breaking, and them strapping her down to a gurney because she just didn't want to open the front door.
Wow. No, I don't. No.
Well, I know it didn't. I asked her mom because I wasn't here the day she was born, so I asked her mom, my sister. And I hated you. I had to call my little sister, and I said, "Listen," I said, "Did Jennifer happen to be handcuffed when she gave birth?"
Uh-huh.
And my sister said, "Oh, let me guess, Mary's at it." And I said, "Yes, she's doing it again." And I
Wow.
said, "But I didn't know that one because I wasn't there when you had your first grandchild. I was up here, doing my own thing."
Yeah.
Oh, I had to find out the truth.
Why is she telling stories like that? Does she get attention?
Well, see, yeah, see, when she was younger, she loves books. She loves to read books, but she only likes these books that are about child abuse or murder or Stephen King. Like
Oh, wow.
her favorite book when she was young. In fact, that book was worn out. It was a child called It, and she would drag it around everywhere she went and reread it over and over and over. In fact, I borrowed it from one day to see what was in it. It was so sad. That, and then she learned that this is the way to get pity. And then years ago, I don't know what I said to her, but I think I said something about trying to help her fill out a job application. Big mistake, because she told me she wasn't going to have to work, because she was going to have all the money with her name on it. And she didn't want a job, so I won't get one.
Okay. Wow. All right. So yeah, I'm
But
gonna have to read this book and
well, yeah,
catch
just
up,
remember,
clearly.
it's just the book is garbage, and then and she's changed it so much. You know, it's all about her, and everything in it leads up to what her pain is, what her misery is.
Right. I mean, that's why I don't watch many of her videos, because they're all the same, just
Yeah.
about how, life's done her dirty and she's just a victim and everybody picks on her for no reason at all.
Well,
And
I know
yeah.
I sound. It's just
Oh,
she
the name
thinks
of her book is I'll Never Stop Screaming. That's the name of
that's
her.
it. And then the second one was cyberbullying Adrastia.
All right. All right.
Oh, I
All
didn't
right.
know there were 2 books.
Yes, ma'am. That second book's got my full legal name in it.
Oh, hell, I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah, that's my full name. Just say hi anytime.
So let me read some of this. It says chapter 1. Okay, it's on I'll Never Stop Screaming. Chapter 1, a note before we begin. This is my first book. I'm writing on my own, and I have only a special ed high school diploma. So this might not read like a professional book, and I apologize for that. Grammatical errors will abound. Wow, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she used a thesaurus for that.
Yeah.
This is my story in my words, and sometimes that means there will be gallows humor sprinkled. Gallows? There will be gallows humor sprinkled here and there, and a lot of cursing. It's not meant to be offensive or downplay the severity of what I've experienced. Rather, it's my own way of coping with it. It's often misunderstood as insensitive. If you are easily upset by jokes about suicide, jokes about suicide, disabilities, homosexuality, I mean, those are the best jokes. I don't know why she's worried about anybody being offensive. Drug and alcohol addiction and mental illness, this book might not be for you. Jesus. Wow. Okay. I can't wait to read this.
You
It's gonna be
just got
great.
to. You got to. Because you won't appreciate her if you don't.
Right.
And
I need to understand. I mean, this,
And then when you get the court documents, you can see you got to compare that to her book to realize what a pathological liar she truly is.
and I always wonder people like this. Like, do you think she really believes this to be true, or do you think she knows that she's just putting out bullshit? Excuse my language. Putting out crap.
I don't, she. Uh-oh.
Is that your?
She originally started knowing what she was doing, faking all this stuff. And if you ever pay attention to her, she looks her Google. Like she looks up things so she can have it tomorrow. Like if she hears somebody's got ingrown toenail, she's gonna Google it, and then tomorrow you'll hear her crying about her toenail.
Yeah, yeah. So she
She
takes
does.
on other people's, issues
Yeah, and there's their life. Like the
as
worse
if they're
your life
hers.
is, the more likely she's gonna steal it from you.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
see, okay.
Uh-oh, somebody's echoing.
That was me.
Randy,
I think
oh,
it's
it's you.
me.
Okay, yeah, you gotta
I've
mute
got a
your
problem here. I
YouTube
was
side.
trying to get my volume down and where I can still hear you.
You should be able to hear us with the StreamYard side, not the, and then you can mute the YouTube side.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that.
Go local.
Because I ain't too bright,
Oh.
Here is the crazy thing. I bought the book and I just sent the book for free to Wendy because it's on Kiwi Farms too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How much I can pay you for some of it. How much was the book?
$5.
$5. All right.
Yeah, we can go over that book one page at a
$2.50.
time. Don't pay no more for it, Lord.
Oh God, I'm on page 4 and it says the first opening lines are, thankfully her father died. Cancer, I believe. Something slow and painful anyway. And she went on with her life, marrying her first husband who would turn out also to be abusive. He would give her 2 daughters, the younger one being my mother. He was a heavy alcoholic and would constantly accuse her of cheating on him. This is going to be great. I can't wait to read this.
Well, in that, the one that died of cancer, was it my mother's father or my father? Was that the first one that she killed off with cancer, or the second one?
Well, I think this one ended up, I think it's her mother's dad.
Okay. Well, she kills off my father the same way. The next page,
Yes.
This book moves really quickly. We all grow up real fast.
You do. Pretty much you all grow up and die of cancer. Gotcha.
Real fast. Die of horrendous cancer, by the way. Not
yes. He also died of cancer. Big bummer for teenage me, but we're not there yet, she says.
Now, that's the third one. That's the third kill off, and he didn't die of cancer either.
Yeah, I skipped ahead a little bit. I mean, it's a bummer that his cancer was such a hardship for her.
It's
that's really hard when that happens.
Well, when my father passed away, she wasn't even a thought in the sky. I mean, the devil hadn't even thought about her at all. She wasn't even here yet.
There you go.
She was still a little seedling down there in the hell, and he was perfecting her about that time, but she wasn't here yet.
Seedling down there in the hell.
The devil hadn't even thought of her yet. I can't with that statement. That is great.
She was just down there getting developed,
Yes,
She wasn't up here yet. But she thinks she can tell you all about it. She knows everything. She must have had a good view from down there. That's all I'm going to say. Because she'll try to tell you what happened before she was born. She had a good view.
Oh, I hear Dad was secretly gay. Whoops. That's a trend that's going to be repeated.
You know why she says this? Listen. Because her dumb ass married a guy who wanted to wear her dresses. That had nothing to do with nobody else. The rest of the family, we tried to be nice to her about this, but it was a little hard. But you know what we did? I mean,
she says Mema's adopted sister/daughter. What? Sister/daughter would also marry and have a child with a gay, a trans, but in the 70s, I believe it was all the same, she says.
Oh, yeah, she's just that's the most educated young woman y'all ever going to come across, I'll tell you.
Very, very. I don't know how you're a sister and a daughter. How does that happen?
Well, then she's not talking about me. That's my sister who, this is great. Now, this part, she'll take like a smidgen of truth. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth, the sister-daughter thing, that's Mary's thing now. She's always been a sister to me.
Okay.
Was the one that Mary, like yesterday, she brought her up, Martha. Okay. Which she passed away this year. And that's the one that affected me the most. Like that sister and I live right across the street from each other. We've been together all my life. Aww. I've never had a day in my life without her there. And I'm 63, 63 years in my life. My sister was right here by me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we lived across the street. We moved together. It's just we're close. Well, to me, we still are close. Yeah. And she passed away April 8th. which is so sad because, my daughter was April 6th. My nephew, her son's birthday was April 8th. And she passed away April 8th. And
Wow.
and Mary, knowing that one sister was the most closest to closest to me, you know, she brings her up every now and then. But we knew this was going to happen. Now, see, nobody in my family, they're not as mean as me or as outspoken. I just don't care because if you like me or you like me, you don't. I'm not
Right.
going to force you to. I'm a little crazy, and the people that are in my life, they can put up with it. They don't mind. They come and get me just for the crazy sometimes. They want to visit. Let's go for a ride. But she'll talk about whoever she can get to me. And like yesterday, it was Martha. And it's funny because my sister and I had recorded a phone call between the two of us where we were talking about some of the things that she has said about, my sister. Like saying that at Disney World, we gave her Xanax all the time, just pumped them Xanax in her when she was a little girl. At Disney World, ladies. So my sister and I took a whole bunch of little children to Disney World, and Mary was the only one that we gave Xanax to. This is according to Mary.
Mm.
I promise you, back then, we would have been sleeping under the Mickey Mouse, probably right there in the castle, Cinderella's castle, where you'd found us, sleeping, probably on them Xanax. And we'd have waited on them kids to get done having a good time. They could have picked us up on the way out. We wouldn't have been feeding no child no Xanax. That girl's crazy. But she tells some tales, so I had to clear that up. I told my sister, we got to clear that up. Just in
Yeah,
case,
she said some pretty scary things about her dad.
Now, her dad, I didn't like him. And if y'all tell her that, I'll just deny it.
Okay, no
Because I'm
problem.
not going to.
Good thing we're not live or anything.
She ain't getting nothing from me.
Yeah.
But I never did I started out the conversations with her telling her, look, I didn't like your dad. He wasn't my kind of guy. Okay,
Yeah.
I had, he was married to my sister. That's her thing. That's what she liked. Not me. So, but I didn't like him. And Mary got mad at me because I would not just tell y'all that everything she said is true because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, if I know personally it's true, I will say it. But if it's not, I'm not going to.
Right. Of course not. Yeah.
I'm not. And I'm not going to tell my sister's story. And I'm not going to tell anyone else's. Now, if you want to talk about something that is me, about me, or concerning me, I don't care. I'll tell you all about it because you might learn something.
Mm-hmm.
Either you'll learn not to do it or you'll learn how to do it.
Right.
Either way, it's about me, and I know it for a fact.
Yeah,
But,
I like that. You'll learn
she
not to
doesn't.
do it or you learn how to do it. I like that.
That's right. You're going to learn one way or the other. Either I
Yeah.
did it way wrong, and I'm going to tell you I did it wrong.
Yes.
So you can take whatever you want and try not to screw it up like I did. I mean, I got plenty of evidence to screw up.
Yeah.
So I can show you what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So but she was really upset about that. And like I told her, and I was kind of just telling her, look, I did not like your dad. He was not my choice. But I don't tell my sisters who to marry. They didn't tell me. I wish they had. I mean, I might have been okay. I probably wouldn't had, but maybe one or two husbands instead of three. If they'd have told me not to marry that one.
Yeah,
But
people don't usually have a lot of luck in choosing other people's partners. That doesn't usually go well.
Well, Lord, I didn't have luck choosing my own, so I know I wasn't going to be picking nobody.
Yeah.
I ain't going to tell you who to be with because I'm not too good at. I mean, I finally got it right, but y'all don't know what I put him through to get right.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I married him twice. That's what she was talking about yesterday. Y'all got to catch up, ladies. Catch up. I've been a busy woman.
Mm-hmm.
Busy. I mean, I am. That girl's got me doing more than I actually do, and I do a lot. I mean, I never really sit down too often. And if I do, I'm going to go to sleep. But she has me busy. She's got me busier than a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest. She's got me going. I mean, I'm just going with it now. I told her yesterday, okay, I'm fine. I can do this with you and I can do it better. So you just keep on telling them what I'm doing and I'll just do it better than you. And if you're going to call me a bitch, don't forget to put that queen bitch in front of it because I'm the only one in this house, the bitch, because there ain't nobody else here.
Yeah.
And I've perfected it. I'm good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been doing this a while. I retired
That
from it.
makes you the queen.
That's right. I'm the
Absolutely.
queen. And ain't nobody here going to dispute it because there ain't nobody here.
That's right.
I win every time.
Yes.
And my husband just looks at me and goes, he's going to probably yell at me because I got to get something. Because this is what I do to him every day.
What does he think of all this with her?
He's kind of, you hear me. He's the total opposite of me. He's very kind of quiet, and he's one of those thinkers. He's a thinker, and like he just thinks she's stupid and crazy, and he don't even know why I bother with her. And like I told him, I don't want to bother with her, but I don't want her surprising me. And that was all good for a while, but when she started saying things about my poor mom, that I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah,
And
that'd be hard. I wouldn't want to hear that either.
yeah, I mean, because my mother, she worked hard to overcome some things in her life, and it's not funny. It's not, it's like we as a family, except for that one, know the sacrifices that she made. That the cycle, you got to break the cycle, and in order to do that, listen, there's a lot of pain and a lot of loneliness. And she did it with grace. She did it with just something that none of us ever talked about, but we seen it.
Yeah.
That's how we learn. We learn by seeing it. Women go around talking about they don't abort the baby and because they don't like the daddy. And, I look at my mother and I'm like, oh my gosh, she was stronger than I even knew then. She not only kept her baby, she loved her more than the rest of us. And you wouldn't know where that one came. It didn't matter where she came from. My mother loved her. And, we just learned a lot from her. And it makes me so mad to hear little Miss Adrastia just saying some horrendous things about my mom. It just tore me up. That I wasn't going to put up with it.
Yeah.
And I've told her, you shut up and quit talking about the things that aren't true. Tell the truth. Listen, we're pretty funny people and we screw up a lot and we got a lot of history. So just tell it like it is. You don't got to put nothing else in it. I promise you, it's spicy enough.
Mm-hmm.
You can just tell the truth and it'll work for you. And I said, I'll go away. I'll go back to, aggravating somebody else for a little while.
Does she ever comment on your videos or
Yeah,
watch your
oh
channel?
Lord. She don't do it too often anymore because it backfires on her.
Yeah.
Because she gets real mad about it and she don't like to listen to the whole thing. So I think twice she was gonna go through my videos, and stop them and talk about them, and it was just the funniest thing y'all ever seen. I couldn't help but laugh because she was just somewhere out there in left field. I don't know where the hell she went, but everything she was trying to say did not come out of my mouth at all. That happened twice.
Wow.
And she got a little embarrassed from it, but you'd never know it,
Yeah.
There was one video, it was a real serious one. I really gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I apologized to her for anything that I missed, because I know how kids are. I always talk to her and ask her, if you have any problems, let me know. I'll do what I can. I'm not going to let anyone be hurt. I mean, no child especially. That was that's me. I mean, I just, the way she does me, it really hurts me. But I always talk to her. And she knew that I would tear a house apart if a man was hurting her or even a woman. I would have. I've done it. I've done it. I've got evidence.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let you do that to a child.
Right.
So I always tried to keep communication open. But now the way she tells it is, I just let it. She even is mad at me because her little brother was born. She's deleted the video, but she was mad because I allowed her parents to have sex and create them.
How are you supposed to stop that?
I don't know, but I probably wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have went busting up in their bedroom. Like I said, I didn't even like the man. Y'all want to see him naked? Hell no.
No.
No. I
No,
can shock
I
you
mean,
for life.
you can
Lots of
tell me
counseling
enough.
after that.
When she always says that her brother, was born disabled, it's a lie that the dad is. I mean, do you know of that happening, that he was disabled because of?
No, he wasn't disabled because of a beating. I'll tell you the
Yeah, I
truth
just
about
saw
that.
that. I just saw that. She said that he was born with cerebral palsy
Mm-hmm.
because the dad beat the mom during pregnancy.
He was severely with cerebral palsy. That what happened that morning, he had went to work. Her father had went to work, and like I said, he's not my choice. He was one of those hippie. Probably using words that you two don't like, and if I do, just tell me to hush.
Hmm.
He was like he just liked rock and roll music. Let me try to rephrase it. He played a guitar, and he was one of those rocker types in the 70s.
Did he do drugs?
Lord, yes, everybody did, honey. That
Yeah,
was the
that's true. It was the
70s.
70s. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
right.
don't ask that because it's the 70s. Don't
Yeah, it's
even
the
ask.
70s. Yeah,
Don't
60s and
even ask the
70s. My
preacher.
parents told me crazy stories. Yeah.
I could tell you some stories too,
Yeah,
but
I bet. Yeah, I bet
the
you could.
70s were different,
Yeah,
Well, not really, but we just didn't care back then. We just gonna try everything. If we lived, that was great, and if we didn't, well, we didn't know nothing about it.
right. Right.
So anyway, that was the 70s, and of course he did. And
Yeah.
they did love their marijuana. They loved it. My sister loved it.
Yeah.
They did. I didn't care for it, but they all liked it. And Mary will use that like a weapon. But yet she's up there just whining and crying and carrying on, going through withdrawal and having mental breakdowns for it. She's out there getting 2 hot dogs, you know, for $5 to get some.
Mm.
That girl's trying to swallow 2 big old hot dogs in her mouth at one time. If y'all know what I mean.
I know what
Oh,
you.
not hot
Hmm.
dogs. I'm sorry. I
Right.
get
No,
it now.
not hot dog. That's not the closest thing to a reference I can think of.
Then no, I get
Batting
it now. I
balls.
get it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
he
get
had
it.
batting balls. Batting balls.
Yes.
Let's try batting balls. That
Wow,
was
two at a time, huh?
2 at a time. I might have the screenshot of that Facebook because after she come at me when I asked her to please quit talking about my daughter, that it was really very. It's hard for me now to even hear, to get through that. I said, please don't do that, Mary. She has 2 sons that are here, and it's not right for them to have their memories distorted or
Yeah.
later. It's not fair for you to try to write the end of their mother's story. It's not your story to write. And you're not going to change. I'm not going to let you do that because she was as good. She was a good person, a good mom, just the sweetest thing. So I told her, I said, I'm not going to let you do this, Mary. I mean, I'm going to have to take you off of there somehow. You're not going to
Yeah.
trash my daughter.
Or yeah,
You're
or at
not.
least put the truth out. Make sure that,
It's the
I
truth.
don't blame you. I would want to do the same.
Well,
Yeah.
my when she passed away, my grandsons were with me. And at that time, I had 5 of them because, my youngest daughter she could, it was really hard on her. And one day I get up and I come out here and I got 5 little boys looking at me.
Mm,
And I'm thinking, okay, I'll cry later.
yeah.
But I had promised my daughter right before she left me. I
Mm,
told her, I said, I promise you, I will continue raising them the way you wanted. And I promise I won't let them eat ice cream no more before dinner. I'll do it your way. I said, I'll do it just like you want. I'll finish it for you.
mm-hmm.
And that's what I was planning on doing. I did. And they're good. They're good boys. One of them's got a government job. I hope Mary, she might want to watch out.
Yeah, yeah.
But they both are 8. They're both 8. The youngest one now is 18. And they do know, they looked Mary up. They've seen some of the garbage she's done. See, because I'm there, they're okay. Because they know the truth is coming around behind her. So, but I thought about that one day and I thought, what if I hadn't said anything? And 15 years from now, I'm gone and my grandboys are typing in names, and that comes up, and she's telling those boys what she wants people to think about their mother, and they don't have no one around to tell them otherwise. So no, I can't let her do that.
No, yeah, you can't.
No,
Okay, Randy. Randy just sent me a picture. How old is this, Randy? Is this like right now?
No. It's an old Facebook post, but somebody grabbed it when she put it up.
Mm.
and
She
there are a lot of
says
people doing that.
she says anyone in Los Angeles willing to pay for a $10
Yeah, that's recently.
VJ
Yeah.
to
Oh, it's
keep
recent. That's recent.
Yeah, that's not too long ago.
to keep an insane woman from hurting herself. I cannot be more desperate to feel better. There has to be a single man on this planet that can save my life today. Please, this is why I can't watch her, because she does that kind of shit. If you
Yeah.
don't give me money,
Yeah.
then I'm going to hurt myself. So I guess none of you care about me and you all want me to die because no one's willing to give me any money so I can buy my. That's how she talks. I just can't hear that.
I know it is. I've lived.
Yes.
I know how she is. Yeah.
That's really difficult for me to watch.
It is. I don't like. She even did that with my daughter. She put out there that my daughter committed suicide. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I went on a mission to find out who in the hell she'd been talking to.
Yeah.
Because somebody else in my family was gonna be gone. I was gonna find them.
Do you want to screen share that, Randy? It's backstage if you want to.
Oh, okay.
I do. There's some things that I do have, and I know where they can be found pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mary's been saving up for this all her life. Like, she takes pictures of everything and twists things around and turn. She's been, it's amazing.
Are we doxing her? I don't want to. Oops! I just realized. Are we doxing her, or is her name out there?
Her name's out there. Yeah, it's out there. It's been out. It's been out there
so everyone knows her name. I was just like worried there for a second that we're showing her name.
No, she is out. She put her own address out there.
Okay.
But she also put my sister's.
Okay.
Yeah. She put her own address out there. Now this, don't laugh, Randy. Hold on.
I'm gonna laugh.
I already know I'm gonna laugh. I can tell right now.
It's not. It really should be funny, but I'm telling y'all, somebody got her address and put her on 4chan.
What? Oh no, that's not good. Oh no.
She probably wasn't on it, but a troll came in her comment section.
She was. 4chan gave her $500.
What?
Before JJ Stoner, before Donna Paul, before Dayway, before Aunt Kathy.
Oh wow.
She was on 4chan, and then because they were getting her good. I mean, because they were tormenting her. Now they were tormenting her, and then one of them got a feelings about him and son her because she was on there begging for money for a deposit on an apartment. The deposit she knew she didn't need. She didn't even have the apartment, but this guy sent her $500, and she blew it. And then 4chan really blew up on her, and they were like, "Look, we want to know where the money is because it was specifically for items for your apartment and your deposit."
I mean, that's really nice that they were so generous to her.
Yeah, but think about it. If 4chan gives you money for a specific thing, you use it for that specific thing.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with them. Don't mess with them.
Yeah, right. And she already knew that they were calling her, and just had all this prank calls. They were really bad to her. And then they give her the money, and I don't know why she thought they were going to be nice to her after that when she blew it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to make enemies with them. They're like the trolls of the trolls world.
Well, yeah, I don't even like. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the internet. Period. I've learned a lot. And
I've never heard anything good. I've never heard anything good about them. I've only heard you don't want to mess with them.
Well, I didn't even know about him. She's introducing me to him back then. I was watching her. And, she didn't know that I was keeping an eye on her. I kind of had to. She makes me nervous when she's traveling.
Yeah.
So when she's hitchhiking, I'm kind of keeping track of her.
Right, of course. I understand.
Because I don't trust her. I feel she's dangerous, and I know she's dangerous to me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
She's already threatened me before. I mean, I've been in the same room with her. I know how she is.
Wow.
So, she makes me a little nervous. She makes my family nervous if she's around with me at all. So, I do keep an eye on her for that reason. And that's how, I listened to what she was saying. And when she'd get mad at me, saying I stole all her money. I don't know if y'all, I might have to fill you in on that. She claims that everything that belonged to my mother was hers. She was supposed to inherit everything.
Why? Why is she supposed to inherit everything and not you?
Special. She's
Oh, of
special.
course.
She's special, Wendy, and me, Ma told her.
Yes, that me, Ma told her.
Yeah.
See, when she was younger, my mother did just love her to pieces. When my sister needed help, my mother went and got Mary. I took the baby, Ronnie, the one with cerebral palsy. He was the one that would come and stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister would do whatever. When she had a baby, I went and picked up him. My mom picked up Mary. We all had our assigned child, kind of. Well, I had children of my own.
Got to do this in teams.
Yeah, we team up, and they gave me little Ronnie, and that was fine. I adored him. I would have kept him in a minute.
Is that the one they called Bubba?
Yes, I can't stand that. I'm just going to be clear. Let me be upfront and tell you, I don't like Bubba.
All right.
I love the boy.
Yeah.
I don't like calling nobody Bubba.
Right.
And she gets mad at me because I don't like that, and neither did my other sister. We were discussing it. You won't hear none of us calling our children Bubba or Bubba-ette. They got a name.
Bubba-ette? What's
Bubba-ette?
That's
for the girls.
For the girls. Oh, I get it. Like Smurf and Smurfette. Got it.
We kind of prided ourselves on not betraying just how stupid we are. We don't want you to know.
Right.
So we're gonna clean up real nice, and we're gonna be real quiet because we don't need you to know how bad we are.
Good talk right in company. Yes, I get it. I understand.
We're not gonna run out there and call Bubba in, and there'll be 10 kids come running in the house with T-shirts on that says Bubba 1 through 10. That ain't gonna happen. We kind of got. My mother would beat my tail. She took me to the restroom more times than I can tell y'all about. In a public place to whoop my tail because
I'm starting to feel embarrassed that I called my son Bubba for the first 2 years of his life. Now I feel bad.
You did not, did you? Oh,
I didn't know that Bubba means something bad. He just was
it's not bad.
I called him
just
Bubba.
Well, you might come from smart
and
people.
I stopped.
Maybe your family history's better than mine.
Well, we didn't have Bubbas in the family or anything.
No,
I didn't know.
My son
Go
was called Bubba forever, and I finally broke it because Coco Local just wrote in chat, every Southern family.
Yes, we're not Southern family. We're not Southern family. Yeah.
But look, even though every Southern family has a Bubba, you don't want, you want to break the cycle of having a Bubba.
To break the cycle. Like she said, you call out Bubba and 10 kids come running.
Yes. So I told everyone, I said, quit calling him Bubba.
Yeah.
And now
I only did it when he was a baby. I have not called him that since then.
Yeah, that's good. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud. Lord, I'm proud.
Oh, Coco Loco. I think it's sweet for other people. But now I have a grandson and we call him Skeeter.
That's cute.
Skeeter. Now that is a Southern thing, right? Don't people call their kids Skeeter in the South?
We got nicknames, all kinds of nicknames, and mine obviously. I don't know why I got stuck with Cat, but that was my nickname. Why I don't know.
Yeah, my son had tons of nicknames. I had all kinds of nicknames for both of my kids, really, but
we nickname now. Doodle have some cute little nicknames. Like one of my grandsons, I call him Doodlebug.
Oh, see, that's cute.
Are you sure you're not Southern?
We call Randy's baby Duck. We call his grandbaby Duck.
I was born in Florida.
That's South.
Yeah.
Yes, you didn't know Florida was South.
Yes.
You can't go
That's South. Yeah.
You can't go no farther, hon.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go
we have a Festus. Yes, we have a Festus, Cynthia. And we call the baby, we call him Duck, but he's mostly
we got a Duck.
Skeeter for the most part, or Skeet. And he answers to it.
Oh no. That's it, man. That's it.
That's it. It's over. He don't even hardly look when I say Duck anymore. I have to say Skeet.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's adorable, though.
No, we do have cute little names.
I think, especially for babies. I mean, once they get a little bit older, sometimes those names can grow out.
But I still call my grandson Doodlebug, and he's 13, and he don't mind. He just
Yeah,
smiles
see?
at me.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah, he just smiles and walks off like, "I'll get you later."
Yeah.
I'll get you later, old lady.
I've never heard of Festus. I've never heard of that.
Really?
Well, it's off Gunsmoke, and there was a Festus, and every family has a Festus. Now, this wasn't a family member we called Festus; it was a friend of mine. But I'll tell you, when my kids were growing up, Timber called. Now, Timber's my youngest, Aunt Kathy, and then I have 2 older kids, and Timber called her brother and sister Bubba and the kids.
Bubba and the kids.
Yeah. So Bubba and Steph was the kids.
So
the kids.
She would walk every day. She said, "Where's Bubba and the kids?" Because they were.
So she's the little mama. Where's the kids?
Bubba and the kids.
Bubba's the leader, and the kids are the little followers. She got them all together.
Hold on a second. Who is this? Mike. Who are you yelling at, Mike? What you doing in here all caps?
Jackie Burns Creations. I stuck up for you about the trip, unlike others here. You're claiming I abuse women on YouTube. Show one example or have them come forward, please. Stop your sick lies. Who's Jackie Burns Creations?
Yeah, who is that? We don't know anything about any of that.
Honey, I think you're typing in the wrong chat, Mike.
I think Mike is. I don't.
Maybe there is. Let me scroll up. Is there a Jackie Burns? Is there? What is it? Jackie Burns Creations?
Try to tag her. We don't have that. You're in the wrong chat, honey. But thank you for visiting. Hit the thumbs up on your way out, baby. Thank you.
He probably thought, well, whoever he was looking for had to be me. That's my kind of luck right there.
We don't let people talk badly like that. Like, we don't let people just come in and start attacking people. That's not how we do here.
No, I don't attack people. Now, granted, I will attack you with some truth if you come at me.
Well, of course, yes.
And yesterday was a special day for me. I allowed myself one really mean day because I normally would never discuss how ugly someone is because ugly can't help. You just can't help it. So you just ain't no sense in beating it uglier. So I was like, I never do that. Now I might be thinking it. I ain't gonna lie, but I won't. I won't do that to you unless you gotta really. It's kind of like me shooting a gun, I guess, because that's what that was. I'm done. I'm gonna be mean today, little girl. You're gonna be crying. So get ready, because I'm not gonna play with you today.
Yeah.
I ask you not to play with me today.
Right.
If you leave me alone, and you won't, so I'm gonna hurt your feelings. And
I'll tell you what. Whenever you said you little pug-looking thing, I've had tears. I was.
She does. I can't help. I asked my sister. Did she go out drinking and fall on a frog or a pug or something? That's how Mary. I had to ask her because I just can't get over it. My mother was funny about that kind of stuff. You had to have some pretty children or you just couldn't come bring them home. She knew she wouldn't she'd go rent a kid.
But I do think that Mary could do something with herself and look better. I do.
She could if she could get all that blackness out of her heart. Like she's just so dark. Now back in the day, I could show you. If you look at some little slides I put up, there's one where she's standing with my son, and she's got her little hand. They're like 2, 3 years old, and he's holding his doll. It's a My Buddy doll, and he's showing her something on it. But she's got her hand over her mouth, and that picture, I love it. Love it. It just looks like he's telling her, "Look, I'm going to do this if you don't stop," or something. And she's like in shock. And it's just a cute little picture to me. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But she was adorable. She was a cute little girl. She stayed with me. She did stay with me for about 3 or 4 months. She was about 6 months old. I think my mother went to Mexico on a trip. And so I got her and the other one. And I think that's when her little sister was born. And after that, I didn't babysit no more. I had enough. I had plenty at the house. Couldn't keep track of what I had. I was putting little tags on them, little name tags. Everybody lined up, so I know who you are. My husband told everybody he didn't know how many kids we actually had. He just counted dinner plates when he got home from work every day. And he'd know that day we might have this many, but tomorrow we won't have that many, or we might have more. So that's what he would do. He'd just count the plates.
Yeah, see, it used to be like that at my house, and I had to cut that out because you end up with everybody's kids.
Oh,
And yeah.
they don't leave either. They just come in and stay for dinner, and then 35 years later, you're asking them, "Are you ever going to grow up and move out?" And they'll move out for like a week. Now,
Yeah.
this is true. This is true. They'll come back with like 3 or 4 extra people. They come back. It's like they had a family out there in the world. They go get them. It's time to bring you home. And then they all come home. Right now, my husband and I are spending the very first time in our life together, which has been 35, I think 35 years. I think it's 35 years, somewhere around there. We have never been in our own home alone, like totally alone. Y'all know I'm going crazy up in here. I got bedrooms empty. I don't know what to do. Right now, I'm the only thing talking. You don't hear no people. It's weird. We have never had that before. I'm kind of nervous. I told him, I said, what if I don't like you? Or, what if we don't like each other? He
Can
was
I
like, well,
ask?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they wanted me to ask what the poop story is.
The what story?
Mary's poop story.
Oh, Lord. Are you talking about the one I told in the garden? Asking, is it the one I was, Little Miss Shitty Pants? Is that the one they're talking about?
Probably.
Because there's 2 stories. If they're talking about Little Miss Shitty Pants, I can explain that one. I never said she shit her pants. I said, Lord, for once in my life, I kind of exaggerated a little bit. All right. I said something to the effect of something like, I have to go back and look now, see what I did say. But I didn't say she actually did that. I said, good Lord, I would have thought you had her, the way she was acting that day. It was the Stone Mountain trip. And I know if anybody follows Mary, y'all have heard her talk about me taking her to Stone Mountain. I had her and my children, and my mother was with us. And I, like an idiot, went up on the mountain with all the children. Because for some reason, everybody thinks I'm responsible. Well, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. I realize I don't like kids. So anyway, they sent me up the mountain with all the children. Well, we played around up there, and we couldn't get back. We had to walk down the mountain, bottom line, on Stone Mountain. We had to walk back down. And we did, and by the time we got down there, because Mary was just stopping and telling me her hip hurt. Now, she was like 12. Her and my son were like 12. And then all the other ones were younger than them. And here we're walking around this, trying to get down the mountain first. Then we get down and realize the train wasn't coming back. That was the last one. We were going to have to walk to the parking lot. We walk into the parking lot. And Mary's having a little fit. And my biological children are looking at me like they don't want to walk either. And they want to cut up a fuss too. And I'm looking at them like, listen, guys, what do you want me to do? I don't have there's no phone. There's nobody. We're not hitchhiking. We just got to get around the mountain and we got to keep taking a step and we'll be there. We'll get in the car and we'll go home. Not a problem. Let's just have some fun while we're skipping around this mountain. Oh, no, not Mary. Mm-mm. She told me she wasn't moving. She sat down on that sidewalk and said, I'm not going. You need to go get the car and come and get me. I said, I cannot leave you, a child, here alone. I can't do that. I'm like, I can't. I'm the only adult right now, right here. Did I want to leave her? You damn right I did. But I didn't because it wasn't the right thing to do. I would have had to explain all that to the cops and everything. I really wasn't going to play around like that. I didn't want to take the time. So I'm like telling her, come on now, let's get the steps. My hip hurts. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with your hip. You are 12 years old. You are healthy. A little overweight, but you're healthy. Now let's go. It took us forever to get around that mountain. And by the time we got there, I was just really, I was tired. I was tired, ladies. I was tired. But she told everybody that I would not take her to the bathroom. She didn't tell them that the train quit running. There was no bathroom. The best thing you could do was hurry up and walk faster so we could get to where we need to be to get something to drink and go to the bathroom and get in the car. But no, we just had to make a big old deal about it. And nowadays, I heard that I was depriving her of the bathroom, and that's where the little Miss Shitty Pants came from. Because I was really upset about that, and I was walking around my garden. And I thought, well, I just got to explain that to that girl. She just don't get it. She thinks I'm gonna let her lie like that. And I stupidly said something about you just sat down like you had shit your pants, little Miss Shitty Pants. And she ran with it. She was like, the next thing I knew, she was telling people that she had a problem going to the bathroom because her dad. And I just made it worse. I was, what do you call it? What do you call it when you terrorize somebody or trauma? Like somebody's a victim and you push them or whatever that is. She said I was that.
Victim blaming or shaming,
Yeah,
victim blaming?
yeah, victim blaming. And no, I wasn't victim blaming. I was exaggerating a little bit about you, but that was it. That's the first time I'd ever done that, even ventured off that path of truth. But I won't do it again. I can tell y'all that because I didn't. I mean, she just tore me up on that one, telling people, "Oh my gosh, she come up with the most horrendous story." I didn't want. I hate, when she tells these things because they're bad. They're really bad. And I think, what if a little kid is scrolling around YouTube? I mean, I got a lot of grandchildren and I see them do it all the time. They get on searching something and they start pulling up things. I have to go in there and turn it off. And I think, what if somebody come across her like that? It's just terrible. You just don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. Don't use that F word. You don't even use the C word. Just stay away from those letters. Keep it. Just stay away from it. Because you're already staying away from one C word, and that's called clean. And she stays as far away from that one as she can get. That girl, y'all can ask me something, because I'll get off on a tangent, and we'll be running around the block here in a minute. Oh, I done made everybody quiet and go home. Everybody done ran away.
No, we've been on for 2 hours. It's time for us to get off. But I'm so glad. Do you have an email?
I do. I can give it to you right now because I got several.
Oh, well, no, just send me one. It's in my about section, and that'll make it easier.
Okay, I'll send you one or two of them. I got a couple because I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought I did it wrong, so I made another one. Turns out they all work really good, but I didn't know that. I was trying to learn as I go. When I came on YouTube, I knew nothing. All right, let me finish that before y'all go, because I'm bad about not finishing what I said. The reason I got on YouTube was because she kept blocking my comments. I'm being serious. She kept blocking me, and just, it was awful, and it was just tearing me up. And I was just trying to find, kept trying. I kept trying. I tried for over a year to get her to stop talking about my daughter. Well, one day I was sitting here, and she had done a video, and she was talking about some people on the internet that was talking about her, J.J. Stoner. So, I go over there and look at him, and I listen to him, and then one morning, he was going on Daywave the next morning. Well, I thought, okay, I'm going to get up early and listen to him. And I did, and the very last minute of that show, my other daughter walked in, and I said, type in something for me, because, I didn't do that. I didn't know how to do all that. I said, just, because they were talking about her, and I said, just say something for me, please, Sarah. I said, this will be your life thing for me. This is your lifelong gift to me, your mother. I'm your mother. Please, just this one time, type it in for me. And she's like, okay, Mom. But remember, don't ask me for nothing else the rest of your life. I said, okay. She didn't mean it, but she did do that. She typed in there, and they wanted to talk to her, and she's looking at me like, Mom, what have you got me into? Because, see, she's younger than Mary. So for her, like, she only doesn't really know, like, a lot about Mary because she's younger than her. But it wasn't long when she went on that show, she found out that she had been accused of tormenting Mary all her life. And so on that show that day, that episode, it was made clear that Sarah was like 3 or 4 years younger than Mary. There's no way she tormented Mary all her life, at breastfeed all her life. She accused me of having Sarah to torment her. Yes, she did. But then another person entered the picture, and he wanted to talk to me, and I talked to him, and he was new to YouTube, so he's not obedient, okay. And then Mary attacked him, so he got off of YouTube. And then I got so hurt. I'm like, I can't let. I was scared that maybe I had said something wrong and got him booted off. I didn't want to do. I didn't want to hurt nobody. So I figured out a way to start my own channel, and I thought, well, I'm gonna I'm just gonna have to do it myself. They can boot me all they want. I'm not here because I want to be. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared, and I don't know nothing. So I started the channel so that if she attacked somebody, she could attack me again. And she hates it because she can't delete my comments. She can't stand it. She's not in control. So she tried to extort me. She's tried to blackmail me. She's threatened my grandchildren to get me off of YouTube. So I'm not going nowhere now. I'm hogtied in. I'm not leaving now. You can't try to don't try to extort me. Don't threaten my grandbabies and
Right.
think I'm gonna tuck my tail in and leave because you want me to. Well, quit lying and you won't have to hear from me. You won't hear nothing. But she told everybody, yeah, the whole world that I, if I would just go away, she would give her mother a kidney. And then that didn't work. Then she was going to put her mother in jail. And my sister was dying. And she was going to put her in jail for abuse when she was a child. And I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'll put my hand to the Lord. I'll put it on any court in the world. My sister never abused her children. My sister didn't spank them. Lord, that's why they like they are. I'm guilty of the same thing. And I got a brat too. I got one. And it happened because they weren't disciplined enough. My sister would never put her hands on. In fact, I've got a picture, and I really debated putting it out there, but I'm going to, because people need to see the monster that Mary's talking about. She's just a little thing. Our family don't have a lot of big women in it. We're all short or little, except Mary. Like I said, I don't know what happened there, but the rest of us are short and just small. And my sister was about as short as my daughter. They're like 4'11". I mean, and at their heaviest, they probably weigh like 98 pounds. I mean, my sister's children towered over her. Them girls could have whooped her easy, but she never put her hands on those kids. She just wasn't not like that. And I'd swear to that, and I will until the day I die. I'm gonna tell y'all, Jesus is gonna have to smack me around and say, "Girl, you lied," because I really believe it with all my heart. I know she didn't. I know she didn't. She wouldn't have. She couldn't. She was too small. She wouldn't have done it.
Well, the kids would have told you back then.
Well,
So
yeah, well, Mary should have, or she told us everything else. She would get mad because, and the bottom line, and this is awful for me to say, and I'm not gonna say no family is perfect. Trust me, I know that. I mean, just because I don't come out here and tell y'all a bunch of terrible things doesn't mean I'm not telling you we were perfect. You just don't do that, and I'm not going to. But nobody's perfect, but her mom and dad were happy in where they were at. I want to say, like, financially, they were they were just kind of people, like, they were happy playing the rock and roll music and just living that way. They were happy. They did own their home. They worked, but they just didn't have the goals, like to go higher, bigger home and all that stuff. And see, I did. I was different than her. I was different than my other sisters. We were all different. But Mary took their poor, like, to her, it's being poor. And she couldn't accept it because she had spent so much time with my mother, who grew up poor. But later in life, she was okay. And Mary was spoilt there, and she just could not fathom living any other way. That she thought she was worthy of a better, bigger life. And I didn't really see this coming, or I would have probably. I think I would have said something. I hope I would have said something back then. But I liked her being with my mom because my stepfather, he had passed away, and she was really good company for mom. I never dreamed that she would turn out like this. but she did, and but that's why I got on YouTube. I couldn't let someone else try to fix this for me. I figured I got to fix it myself. And I'd done a lot of digging. I'll let you know. I had to dig out papers because I don't want to just tell you. I want to show you. I want you to see the proof that I'm telling you. If I can prove it, I'm going to. And I have. If I've got it, I'm going to find it. That's one reason I went to Florida. I had to find something. That she said I peed on poor Bubba's grave. I
Yeah.
went there to see my sister. My sister had passed away. I couldn't attend the funeral because I was sick. When I went down there, it was a combo. It was a lot trip. I did a lot while I was there. I had a lot to get done there. She did, and she turned that into a mockery, and I can't. She just turns everything like that. But y'all, you would know, I would never do that. I mean, I don't even leave the house without matching underwear. So I'm not going to go out to a cemetery and just squat down and pee on something. Not going to happen. Not going to do it. I might go to the woods, but I'm not going to go to the cemetery and pee on a grave.
Yeah, I know you didn't do that. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't go off without matching underwear. And I'm matching because my mom used to tell us, I'm not going to come claim you if you're not proper. She said, if y'all get in a wreck and I got to come down there, I'm not claiming you. You better be proper. And proper, you better be matching because she wasn't going to bring your dying ass home if you weren't. You were going to be leaving here without a name. And we believed her. We believed her. My sisters and I took that very serious. And Mary didn't. But, it's a different. When you're the grandma, it is different. And I know that. I'm a grandma. And my grandchildren, I don't think they do wrong. But they do. To me, and I'm more easy, they tear up stuff. It's okay. I just sweep and throw it away. It's a little different thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I understand why my mother spoiled her. Because I spoiled Doodlewug. He was my favorite for a long time. But y'all don't tell none of the others. And I tell him all the time, now, baby, you my favorite until Randy comes over. And then he's the favorite. Okay, so just be quiet. He's like, okay. It's a wonder they're not in therapy. They're not. They're good. Marriage just takes everything too far. I mean, really, we probably all need to be in therapy, but I think we okay, and we'll be okay. Like I said, people come pick me up for show and tell.
I think that it's crazy how much attention she needs.
Oh, it's awful. And it's sad. I can't tell you how many times I've told her, go out there. Go get in a support group of anything you want. Be an alcoholic tomorrow. Go get in one of those groups. Then the next day, choose something else. Go visit them. There's all kinds of groups out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my neighbor, bless her heart, she's been in all of them. She liked going to lunch with them. She didn't have a problem. She just liked eating lunch. So she's an alcoholic one day and a narcotic abuser the next day. And then she drug her kid up there because he had to have a problem too, so they could go to lunch together. That was the truth. That's the true story. She did that. So I told her, I was like, just get out there and get involved in things. You'll meet people. You're not going to meet nobody yelling at me in that, just get out there and do something. Just walk around. I enjoy some of her videos myself when she's out there showing things because I'm not going to California. I'm not going to step in no poop. I'm not going. And she can show me all those things that I'd like to see, and I find them amusing. I like it. I don't like it when she's yelling at me, but I do like seeing the bridge and like the cemetery she went to. Sometimes she'll go to an interesting place. Now, what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Why do you got to do what you're doing? Why can't you do that?
Right.
I don't want you to. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
don't get. I mean, no, you're fine, but that doesn't get as many views, and that doesn't get. But no, I agree.
Getting donations.
Yeah.
But she does pretty good there. I mean, she went to California because California gave cash. California gave her the medical. California was going to get the housing for her, and then she gets food. She's got a little. She's not. I mean, it's not a lot, but they are sustaining her. She don't. I don't understand it. It's like we want more and more and more. I do understand wanting more, but not more free. You gave me $5 today. Now tomorrow I expect you to give me 10. That's her. You better do it to her. I'm gonna be mad at you and I'm gonna yell at you. Don't matter who you are. And she just thinks that's the way it is. And what I was saying to you, I didn't finish it. I'm bad about that. Is she wasn't always this way. Now she was always kind of whiny and getting her way. And what happened is it just became such a habit of her getting her way that's the easier way to do it. Like my grandson, the 13-year-old, explained it to me because he's smarter than me. He wrote me a little paper on it. And he was like, Grandma, if you do something every day at a certain time and you do it every day for a long time, you can't just stop doing it. You got to change you got to change the routine. And you have to have someone to remind you to change the routine so that you don't go right back to doing what you were doing. He said she can't stop it on the dime because she's been doing it so long. He was 12 when he gave me this advice. And he said somebody needs to help her break that cycle that she's in. But it's to the point where she's done it so long it's repetitive. And does she believe it? Sometimes I think she does. Sometimes I truly think that she has read something so much it has become a part of her. So therefore I guess it is. But then she'll come up with something new the next day, something that might be better. Like autism, that was a new one for her. She just self-diagnosed. And then if she does it too long, she'll keep it. Otherwise, it'll go away and something else will come. But yeah, I think she's done gotten that cycle that a lot of it is a part of her now. She probably really believes it. And it would take someone really changing her pattern. Like her pattern's got to be disrupted for her to change. And that was something I knew that, my daughter taught me that, she just expected me to do everything not do everything, but, she expected me to get the car for her. And, I couldn't believe she thought that way, but that's the way I raised her, and I got mad and I said, you know what, I'm not getting you a car. You need to walk. You need to walk to work just like I had to. Because you need to learn a car should be appreciated. You need to be appreciative when you set your butt down behind the wheel instead of ungrateful. So you need to get to walking. I said, don't look at me because I'm not taking you because you need to learn. Boy, she hated me. But I'm going to tell you something. She appreciates a ride now. In fact, she appreciates it so much she's got 4 of them over there. She ain't walking no more. But she earned every one of them. I didn't buy them. And that's what I thought about Mary. Is she needs to be cut off in order to grow.
Yeah.
She's not going to learn to get her own food if you don't make her. And you got to keep it going. You don't let her starve to death, but you can't keep saving her, And it took me a long time to figure that out. I had to create my own little brat, and I figured it out. And I couldn't believe I did that. I was like, Lord, you spoiled. I don't like you. I love you, but I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how dare you talk to me like that? I didn't grow up with a lot of money. There's a difference between old money and new money. And, I appreciate what I have. Don't make me feel like I should be doing more. No, you need to get out there and learn to do something. Go clean something. Go do something. Make $1. But don't be putting no hot dogs in your mouth like that. No batting balls. Don't embarrass me that way. And don't advertise on YouTube about it. Don't get on there and tell people what you're doing. We don't hang our dirty underwear out front.
That's right.
You wash them first, for God's sake, and you put them in the back on the clothesline. But don't put them out front, for heaven's sake. But all of our dirty business is out there, and it ain't even true. But sometimes it's interesting. I don't mind. Sometimes it's kind of fun to hear what she's got me doing. I'll tell my husband, I said, I was busy this week, honey. He was like, now what are you doing? I said, well, apparently I've got a bunch of children with a whole bunch of daddies. And I can't stand to hear that baby daddy thing.
Yeah.
Because mine weren't baby daddies. They were husbands. They were my husband. And I was like, well, that's what I'm doing right now, honey. I'm just whoring around. And he's like, you know what he told me? Next time you go out, could you get some milk? I was like, yeah I can do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, next time you're out, get some milk. I said, I will tomorrow. I said, but that's what I've been doing. That's what she's got me doing this week. I'm whoring and creating children that are grown. And one of them, it was so funny. She doesn't know a true story about our family. Period. She has butchered them all. And even yesterday, I couldn't help but laugh because she's sitting there talking about all my baby daddies, and she didn't even stop to remember that one of them didn't belong to either one of us at all. I mean, biologically, we didn't have him. I didn't run out and have him. I got him at 5 years old. He was a bonus, you know. He
Oh,
come. He's not. He's not biologically, but see, she didn't even. She doesn't even realize that. She doesn't even think. And what she don't know, she don't research it. She just makes up something as she goes. So she gave me all these babies and different daddies, and I was laughing about it because I'm like, did you forget that one of he looks like us? He looks more like us than any of them. But the point is, you're gonna spread untruths like that, and you can't even come close to proving nothing. Nothing. And that one would be really hard for her to prove. I mean, how's she gonna do that? She wasn't even around when he was born. And I wouldn't have took her on no dates anyway.
right.
You know, why would that? That would be smart. Well, ladies, I'm going to let y'all close it up and get some rest tonight.
Thank you so much for coming up. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm going to send you my phone number and everything. And you can call me anytime because I am just here. I do little things around the house. I make things, or I try to learn to do something new. Lord, and get a hold of a chainsaw. My husband has a heart attack.
Well, I love your yard and your bench. I love all of it.
Well, that's stuff that I did. You know, that keeps me busy. The garden was originally, it was for my daughter only, because it was the only way I could keep from falling apart. You know, I had I had the 5 kids here, and I was like, I can't cry today. I can't fall apart today. A couple of times I would kind of hit the floor. You know, a memory will hit you, and it just kind of takes your breath away. And I'd squat down in the kitchen floor trying to maintain. You know, I didn't want them to see me falling apart, which, by the way, wasn't a good idea. They needed to know. They needed to see it. They needed to see, but I wouldn't let them. You know, and I didn't want them to see me weak. I didn't want them to think that they were not safe and protected. If I was falling apart, who's going to take care of them?
Mm-hmm.
So I just sucked it up, but and I couldn't put myself there, and I let it go so long. 5 years, you know, I let 5 years, and I did not even realize it until I went to Florida. I never got this story out, but I went down there to go to the cemetery. My husband bought me a car to go. Well, I call it the wiggle car because I hadn't had, you know, I didn't realize it had been 5 years since I pumped gas or even left a mile away from my home. And there I went in a car that I had no idea what in the hell it was doing. I was calling him every 5 minutes. I'm like, the car's wiggling. He's like, it ain't wiggling. It's got an automatic adjustment. It'll pull you back in lane if you wave over, you know. And I was like, well, I don't want it to do that. It's scaring me. It's hurting my arms because I'm fighting with it. Well, I turned it off. Well, it turned itself back on. And he told me, he said, well, honey, you must be really badly driving. He said, you're driving bad if you come back home. I was like, okay. But I had a hell of a ride down there, but I didn't know how to work the gas pump. I had to call him for that. And then both of us are sitting there on the phone. And he's like, you want me to come and meet you? And I'm like, no, I'm halfway there now. I mean, I'll make it. But I said, I just didn't realize I hadn't pumped gas in so long that they changed it. And he said, go inside and get help. And I said, no, they done looking out the window at me crazy because I was out here screaming at the gas pump, screaming at it because I didn't know what to do. I'm yelling at him. I'm like, tell me what to do. I had to have gas. But he got me through it. And every few minutes I was calling him about something that I didn't know how to do. And I realized I'd been in the house so long and shut myself off from the entire world. Mm-hmm. The world changed and I didn't. So it's been quite an adjustment, but thanks to people like y'all, I'm getting better. I mean, I went to the grocery store the other day and didn't have an anxiety attack. I was so happy. I didn't have to call nobody to get me home to help me get the milk. But yeah, I shut myself off a long time. Can't do that either. So, y'all have a good night. Y'all
You
have
too.
good
Thank you
dreams.
so much.
Well, and if you really get brave and want to talk again, just call me anytime or just holler at me.
Okay, I'm going to. I really am.
Well, all of y'all, just do it. I mean, if you're in my neighborhood, the door's probably open. Just come on in.
Don't say that. People show up right at your house, man.
Yep. I just look, I'll make sure, I usually have a pretty good feeling about people when I see them come. And I got a pretty crazy yard. So I get a good notice. And if it's bad, I'll have if there was somebody here, I'd have everybody just lay on the floor and pretend I'm wrong. But
hey, I've done that.
Yeah, we done.
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever?
Don't anybody move.
Yeah, you got to organize a whole bunch of children to be in sync with you. You all got to hit that floor at the same time.
Yes,
that's true. They give it away every time.
And they can't nobody sneeze or cough.
No, can't sneeze, nothing.
Yeah, and whispering through your teeth. Don't.
If you're in
stay hard.
Lord, you better be belly crawling out of there. You better be sliding on by, being real quiet because we're not letting those people in. Nope. Normally it's family too. I don't let in. I let strangers
same girl,
in.
Same. Same.
Yeah, and then when your kids are little, you see the family member out, and we were home the other day when you came by. Mom was out.
Well, by then you don't care because they ain't trying to get in no more.
That's right.
I had one come all the way from Tennessee, and I told the little dumbass, "Don't come. I'm not letting you in. I don't want to talk to you.
That's right.
Don't bother me."
People need to take a hint, man. You're not welcome.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, just don't bother me.
What part of antisocial do you not get? I don't.
I was like, you did me wrong, and I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you in my yard. But if you insist on coming, you ain't coming in. Right. And I'm not even going to give you a dog bowl. Just don't.
And that should be allowed. We should be allowed to do that. Yes.
Well, I was allowed because I actually did it, and I'm like, we're not answering that door. And I told the kids, y'all better not say a word.
That's right. You start looking around. Who did somebody order something? Is there okay? It's a stranger. Never mind. We don't have to open the door.
I love y'all very much, but I will replace you. Get down the door. Y'all get down, be quiet. Because I like this crew, but I'll one of you'll be gone. I'm telling you.
That's right.
I'll trade you in. I'll get me a rental kid. Y'all better do this right. Because if she gets in this house, it's because y'all breached it. It'll be your fault.
Your fault. You'll pay for it the rest of your life, the rest of your days.
Yeah, my grandkids just laugh at me, and they just look at me, and one of them said, "Grandma, one of these days we're gonna take you out for ice cream." And I said, "No, you ain't." I know that trick. Trust me, it happened to somebody I know. Kids came over and said, "We're gonna take you to get some ice cream today, Grandma." Oh, Grandma jumped in the car and went. Well, guess what? The ice cream was being served at the retirement home.
Oh.
Yes, and they left her
into the retirement home.
Yes, that very day.
Oh, them stinky rottens. The
nerve. She didn't get to come back home.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be a tough one.
Yeah, don't get in the car when your kids show up and say, "We're gonna take you for ice cream." Say, "No, we're gonna eat ice cream right here."
Oh yeah, I got one that's got her eye on Shady Pines right now. So.
Well, I had two.
I didn't even think of that, man. That is totally something my kids would do too.
Yeah, my girls did that. My two daughters told me they were going to put me in a home and they were going to come and get me.
No warning or nothing. That is just cold.
And they were trying to be nice to me. And, that my oldest one said, "Now, look, Mom, we're giving you a choice. What kind of place do you want to go?" And I said, "One that does heavy medication."
My home. That's where I want to go.
Oh, well, no, I didn't care about the going part. I was like, y'all better not be bothering me, though, if I'm going up in there. And you better make sure I am so heavily sedated. I don't wake up until I've been dead 100 years.
I want the good stuff. Yeah.
I want to be put to sleep. Just put me to sleep. And they were like, "Okay, then, Mom, you got it." But my daughter said, "No, Mom, we got to wake you up on Friday because I got to clean the house. I'll come get you out."
Well, Kathy, it was awesome to talk with you. Thanks for coming up and spending so much time with us tonight. That was really fun. What a blessing to meet you.
Yes.
Very fun to chat with.
Y'all, I just listen to you sometimes. You're just so cute and adorable. Your voice and y'all funny. And I don't like people.
I had no idea that you even knew I existed. So
I didn't think y'all
Randy
would ever
wants to be
want
your
it.
best friend in the world, so
I
you've
never
got a good
typed in
friend in
chat
Randy.
because I'm nobody, and I'm like they don't want to be hearing from no old lady. So I try to be quiet because those young people they funny, and I love listening to them chatter, go back and forth. But I don't want to, disrupt your, your little things. Some people get, they're like, oh God, here she comes.
yeah.
Oh no, well this has been fun. I've enjoyed chatting with you today.
Well,
I
I
really
had fun with y'all, and if you can just remember the stories that I didn't complete, just let me know because I'm bad about doing that.
sure.
But if you,
No, I'll definitely come back with questions for sure.
you
Because if I'm
just
going to
come
read
back and
this
ask.
book, I'm sure I'm going to have all kinds of
Oh,
questions.
I got the answers for you, and if
Yeah,
you give me a heads up, I'll get the proof for you if you need it. Okay.
awesome. I love
I mean,
that.
I got something on there now. If y'all could talk about it, I'd send it to you right now. I'm
Oh,
not
thank
going to
you.
talk
All
about
right.
it because I'm not. Legal stuff isn't my thing. I don't want to butcher it.
Right, right.
And it is just one of the court documents. I'm trying to get. Somebody needs to run with it and explain it in an articulate way. Not me. I get started and end up at the end of the page, but skip the middle. So I'm not good.
I don't know if I could articulate it, but I would love to read the court
Well,
document.
I'll send it to you. Let's see, but you got an email in the about section. I'll try to
Uh-huh.
send it that way. Just give
Okay.
me about 30 minutes because a 5 minute job's gonna take me 30. I'll send
Okay.
it to you. See, I'll probably make another email. I'll probably have 10 before tomorrow. I'll get it sent to you though, and you just
Okay.
read it and tell me what you think.
Okay.
It'll
Oh,
be
I'm
fun.
excited.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I just got that page yesterday, and I've been looking, and I hadn't heard nobody talking about that one section. I heard it mentioned, but I'm pretty sure the boys got off track. They like my sons, but they got off track, and they never went back to it. And it's really interesting.
Mm.
Damn, they got off track. So I sent it to you. You just read it, and I was sent that, and they said, I went ahead and pulled this up for you. You just take it and run with it if you want to, or pass it on. I said, probably have to pass it because I don't know what most of that stuff means, and I don't want to come up with a meaning that ain't that ain't it. I mean, I'd love to, but that ain't right. So, all right, I'm gonna send that to you, and everybody else. I hope I didn't get to see a lot of names, but y'all just holler at me, and tell me you heard me rattling, and I'll keep an eye on so I'll see your name when you show up again, or when I show up, I can say hi. And if you don't like me, well, you don't gotta say hi to me. I'll be okay.
Oh, everybody say hi to you. Everybody likes you.
I like everybody, and like I said, everybody can come visit. We just have a big old party here. We just cook out of something. But the door's usually open, and don't try to break the window. I already had somebody break a door. Don't break a door. Just walk in, take what you want, leave
Yeah.
me a note, and we'll be good. And I'll
Oh,
be happy you came by. But
All
y'all
right.
have a good one now, and I'll
Thank
talk
you.
to
You
y'all
too. Have a great
soon.
night.
Okay, I'm gonna get on that right now.
All
all
right.
right.
Bye,
I'm
sweetheart.
gonna.
Thank you.
I guess I better sign off first.
Yeah, that's right. You know how to get out. You know how to get out of here.
I don't know, but I figured out.
Hit the. You see the leave button.
Well, Lord, I don't know what one of them is. I just hang out till I get kicked out. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh, I see it. I see it. I got it.
yeah. There you go. The leave
See, I
button.
can leave on my own ability this time.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Thank
Bye, hon.
you.
Thank you. She is
Um,
adorable.
I told you. I
How
told
sweet
you.
is
That's
she?
why when she came in, I was like, ah! And now Merb is over there. We must talk about love notes for TLC. And I'm just like thinking,
Stop. You're late. You're late, Merb.
yeah, you're late to the party and you don't know what you're talking about. We're like
We're
semi-experts.
the experts here. Okay. So just, mind your
Yeah.
business. We're the experts.
Yeah,
How sad is that?
but it's pathetic.
It's a little bit.
But it's our claim to fame. So
It is. It is. Everybody's got to be good at something. So that's what we'll be good at.
All
All right,
right,
friend.
y'all.
Well, we've been on all night long, so we might as well say goodbye.
Yes, we have. Y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging in here. We appreciate y'all, and we will be back soon.
Bye,
Love y'all.
guys.